Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a hot but chill Thursday evening. Joined with Kelly.
Hello.
Kelly's back to the stream.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Driving out the new place.
Let's see.
Not just down the road anymore.
I am not just down the road
Or
anymore.
next door. We went from next door to down the road now.
I am at a even more undisclosed location than usual, so hold on a second. I'm wondering if I can't really hear myself super well in the mics, but it looks like it's coming through, so I think it's okay. I think we're okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Manab the Toaster, yo, what's up? Welcome back to the stream on YouTube this time. Hello, it is me and Devin, your grumbling window tester. How the fuck are you? I'm doing all right. Today. It was a hectic day earlier, but pretty good. I hope you're doing well yourself. Wait, let me switch this over. All right. How you been lately? It's been a while since you've been on the stream.
Yeah. It has been a while.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. And I had Justin here on Tuesday, and it had been several months since he was on the stream too.
Catch up on Star Wars?
Oh yeah, of course we talked about it. We could talk about it too.
What's happened with Star Wars since
The
then?
Mandalorian season 3 happened.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Oh, I wasn't even thinking that far back, but you're right.
No, I mean, I don't think we've talked about that. Like, I talked about that with Justin, and we both had very strong opinions on that season of television. But other than that, there really hasn't been a lot going on with Star Wars.
I'm still. When I need to binge something or rewatch, I can just do it fast.
Yeah.
Trying to get someone else to do it with me. I've been trying to get Crystal to watch Rebels for the
Rebels.
first time. We started a long time ago, and I just want to do it. I kept months ago. I'm like, oh, we got 4 or 5 months. Now it's like, shit, we have 2 months, and we only made it halfway through. So yeah.
Wait, how many seasons is
There's
Rebels?
4, and it's like there's 2 seasons of like 15 and 2 of like 20 something. So I think
Okay.
I have like 35. Like we used to pick like. We used to do 2 a day for like every other day for the net,
Are you trying to get it
5.
before Ahsoka?
Well, I think she has to, because I mean, if you don't know anything about it, it is literally looks like it's season 5.
Okay.
The plot, I mean, the way 4 ends, it just seems like the plot of it is.
So I guess I need to jump into Rebels.
Well,
then.
you could probably, I mean, if you want to try to do it all, but
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time getting into the Star Wars cartoons. I think
it starts getting a lot of heart. It's kind of like how Clone Wars started out really kind of kiddie.
Yeah.
It did, and then it like starts getting in a darker, and that one jumps around everywhere. This one is a coherent, full just story in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, by the time you get to like the season 2 finale, I remember I was trying not to pump it up too much to her, but I remember that day I was like, we have to watch the next 2, both of them, because it's the part 1, 2, and I got it. And, even she had reactions to that.
Does she
thing.
like it then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought and at first I could tell she was kind of doing it for me, but since then she's like, yeah, and the little droid Chopper is like everyone's favorite. That little murder bot, everyone calls him a murder bot. He's like a war criminal, man. He's
criminal?
Yeah.
Okay, well, shit, I guess I need to add, like, a lot of stuff. So, I'm a little annoyed because there was a period of, like, TV doldrums where there just wasn't a lot out to watch. But now, all of a sudden, everything is releasing. Like, The Bear Season 2.
We watched the first episode today.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
Yeah.
So,
She was like, let's do one. I'm like, all right, I'll do one before.
was it good?
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good little
Okay.
start. I think there's 10 this time, so it's
Oh, awesome.
I think
awesome.
so.
I mean, I love that first
And they
season.
dropped them all at once. That's not been their model. They did it for that one.
I
They do
feel
it for a few shows. I think,
don't like
yeah.
that. I prefer.
I've gotten used to weekly again. I really have.
I enjoy it a lot more. But that dropped. I know earlier this week, Secret Invasion dropped.
I did watch that.
I did not watch that
Okay.
yet. So
Damn.
was that good?
It was pretty good. It is. You're gonna like it, is because it's the most grounded of anything besides shapeshifting aliens. Since the first like half hour of Winter Soldier. Where
I was
it's
gonna
just
say,
fine.
it
just
kinda has
feels
Winter
fine.
Soldier
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah. How that one was mostly grounded fist fighting. Besides there being 2 super soldiers.
Yeah.
This is like pretty grounded spy shit. With just being a few, there's aliens that shapeshift.
Yeah.
No, but it's
Suspend your
so far.
disbelief enough for certain things
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Secret Invasion, The Bear. Next week, Witcher season 3.
Oh,
for those who care.
Is
still.
this the last one with what's his face?
This is the last one with
Okay.
Henry Cavill. So I if nothing else, I will watch it just to see him off of that role.
They got Liam Hemsworth. Is that who it is?
That's who they say they're gonna have for season 4.
All right.
If
It's so far away now with the strike thing happening too. You never know now.
yeah, that's true. And the writer's strike has been kind of messing some stuff up. Like, there's been a lot of delays as a result. But hey, you know what? Pay your writers.
And I think with the actors maybe doing it soon too, that might help. You know, everything at once might get. So
Yeah,
bad.
I haven't been keeping up with what the was the Screen Actors Guild.
I they keep talking about doing a vote. I don't know too much detail either. But
Yeah,
But one quick thing about Secret Invasion that is great.
yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn and Samuel Jackson together, they just make this great duo.
Ben Mendelsohn's in it.
Yeah, I guess he was in. I mean, here's the thing. You need to watch. You know what I had Crystal watch? Because I said the thing you need to watch before this is watch Captain Marvel again, just for the scroll stuff.
Yeah.
And Ben Mendelsohn.
That's right.
Talos.
That's right.
Yeah.
Talos. I completely.
Yeah, no,
forgot
and
that.
it's great because that was in the '90s, so this is obviously modern.
Yeah.
And you could tell they have like a 30-year relationship when they see each other again.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, these two together. And I love Mendelsohn and all this other stuff, so it was really kind of cool. Like,
I mean, you can do stuff like that when you have genuinely great actors.
Those two, yeah.
So I mean, that's the cool thing about, like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, there are a lot, and this is maybe I'll predicate it using The Flash as an example because I did watch that. Like, you forget sometimes. Especially like, Quentin Tarantino, I think, was the one that had that quote about there not being any superstars in acting anymore.
Oh yeah, there's only characters.
There's
not
just
actors.
characters. Yeah.
No
To
movie
which,
stars.
as much as I have, as much as I get annoyed by the pretentiousness of dudes like that, and Scorsese and all of those other types, there is a lot of truth to that statement. I think it's true that stars are no longer the ones that guide box office. It's IP, it's franchise, it's characters that guide box office, and the actors just kind of stick along for the ride for the most part. I think that's true, and I think a lot of people kind of get swept up in the fantastical nature of like comic book movies and superhero movies that generally don't offer a whole lot of meat on like the acting, I guess, for lack of a better word, the performance bone, which you probably, you watch everything. You watch P.T. Anderson movies and shit, so you get that fulfillment from other things.
Yeah.
But I think that people who don't go out of their way to watch stuff like that probably only ever watch blockbusters, comedies, or whatever they need to watch for their kids. You forget sometimes that like some of these people are just phenomenal actors. Like Ezra Miller may be crazy, but when you watch them act against themselves in The Flash,
There's two of them.
yeah, and that's a really hard thing to do, is to have an emotional moment with either a CGI character or whatever. Like, if you don't have somebody in your physical space to play off of, it's really hard to gin up those like kind of emotional responses and whatnot. So when I see Ezra Miller having a scene like that with themselves and really delivering like some serious acting chops, it was like the first thing that hit me was like, oh yeah, there's a reason why this guy was in the news so much. Like, he's a talented actor. Like, he built up a name, and he besmirched it with his behavior. But like, there are plenty of actors who do crazy shitty things that we never hear about because they suck and they never rise above like direct to video movies or whatnot. But there's a reason why Warner Brothers Discovery was all in on this shit, other than the fact that they're desperate to make a penny anywhere.
When you're done with this, I saw Warner Brothers News a little while ago.
I did too. We could talk about that. But like, yeah, like it's refreshing to see, even in these like comic book properties, scenes of real acting chops, and that's one thing that I'm looking forward to, because like you said, Secret Invasion looks like it's a more grounded show based more in reality, and it has. I mean, I forgot Ben Mendelsohn was in it, and he's a favorite of mine. But
they pulled in some other big name actors too, like award winning for supporting so far. Like Olivia Colman, she's in a few scenes
Yeah.
so far. She makes the most of it. She's really just trying to steal it. It's like a smart, yeah.
Good. I mean, just so
Yeah.
long as it, doesn't step
Yeah.
on anybody other's scenes. But like, yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see. I'm ready to go back into watching like,
It seemed-
performances.
It seemed like every Marvel movie I was noticing from the very start, they pulled in a big known famous like actor to be someone, whether it was the villain. Even going back to Iron Man 1 when it was, it
Jeff
was
Bridges.
Yeah. And it was they always kind of had one older actor.
Yeah,
that was
because they had to bring that person
Yeah.
in to give it credibility.
and then when was Winter Soldier, they had Redford.
Yeah,
I mean,
Redford.
that was the it's like so. I feel like this one. I mean, Coleman's not as old as a lot of the ones are big, but they pulled in an Oscar winner, sort of.
Yeah.
So that, but yeah, it's always good when they pull in one person like that.
I choose to skip the new MCU show because of the AI intro. Honestly, I haven't watched MCU in years anyways. I understand
Yeah.
entirely what you mean by that. You know about that.
What's funny is I saw people. What I misread when I saw it before I watched the show. I thought people were saying, "This looks like it's made." The people, I thought they were just saying.
You thought it was a
like,
commentary on it.
and people are like, or I thought people made a fake one to make it fun of it. Then when the show started, I went, "Oh no, it's that real thing." And then I saw online later, "Oh no, they actually use that." I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Now
it's
they
supposed-
say that it's a commentary on
I know.
the nature of the show and like the fake imagery kind of being a parallel to like the body snatcher type nature of shape-shifting aliens or whatever. I think that's a ruse. I think they're just trying to see if they can do it.
It's that, or whenever Hawkeye was out and it looked just like David Aha's like art, and like he got nothing. I don't know if he got.
He didn't get shit over it.
Yeah,
No. He wanted.
Just,
yeah,
they
yeah.
just did exactly that purple like look with all the arrows and everything, and but the end it's like no.
This is like that, except for we don't know whose art that AI ripped off of, so we can't have a campaign on Twitter about it. So I think that's what the intention of that was for. I'm with you on that as far as like your decision to skip Toaster. I don't think I'm gonna skip over that, but I understand. It is a decidedly shitty thing that they've done. But if anything, like it adds fuel to the writer's strike concerns over the usage of AI, and if the Screen Actors Guild goes on strike, which looks like it may not be out of the realm of possibility. New dangers in film and TV writer strike. SAG-AFTRA officials hint may not call strike when contract expires. So it's not a given, but it might happen.
Because there was where directors were gonna maybe do two, and I think they're avoiding theirs. I'm like, if all three would have been at once.
Yeah, there needs to be a way to like convince all three to go at once and just completely shut down everything Hollywood is doing. I mean, I think that like all of those newfound concerns over AI is being validated by Marvel using AI to make that intro, and I don't know why Marvel would take a risk like that at this point. If I wanted to make like a cynical sort of suggestion, I would have said wait until after the wait until after the writers and screen actors and whatnot get their contract, and then once that's in stone, then make your AI intros. But yeah, they shouldn't have done that regardless, and it is kind of shitty that they did it regardless of the BS artistic excuse that they're trying to hide behind. Strange Marvel Theories. Yo, what's up? Hello, gentlemen. I'm about to watch Secret Invasion Episode 1. One of those AI companies threatened to not do business with the UN, quote, because the UN is trying to introduce litigation that AI companies must show what they source for their art. I don't know how a company... Jesus, I hate this fucking YouTube chat thing because it puts a fucking heart right in the way of... What does this heart even do? I don't even know what this does.
I was looking at your top screen.
It's God, it's really annoying. I wish they hadn't done that because now I can't read all of his message. I don't know how a company could do a better job of showing that they just steal than that. I mean, it's just blatant theft. The UN or the European countries are definitely like they're definitely taking AI more seriously than America is, and all of their laws. I don't know how. It'll be interesting to see how international commerce will be affected by Europe having stricter AI laws than America, because then America's just gonna find a way to circumvent those laws using AI. They're gonna use AI to circumvent AI laws so they could use AI. Anyways, yeah. So there's a lot of shit that I need to watch. So I need to watch Secret Invasion. I need to watch The Bear. I need to watch, I guess, Rebels to get myself ready for.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe find a way to not do it all. I'm just because the funny thing is, it gets in a lot of actual Mandalorian stuff too, and Sackhoff voices. She returns in that one.
Yeah,
and some of them, there's a lot of like Mandalore that almost where they since it's further in the timeline, then I guess Clone Wars. Yeah, because in Clone Wars you see them do the siege, the big finale they had in Clone Wars, which is still so good. The last 4 episodes.
Yeah,
with like but this is like years later when the planet's pretty much decimated. What we saw in season 3, it's kind of we're already kind of at that point pretty much.
Okay. Did you
Yeah, because it's all I guess it's like because that's only like probably a 10-year difference probably from when Rebels happens 5 years before A New Hope, and if the New Hope's only 5 years away from like post Jedi. I guess I'd make it 10. Yeah.
Wait. 10 New Hope is 5 years from Return of the Jedi?
About they always say or 3 or 5, I don't know.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah, so yeah, it's even less than, yeah. And so, but if Mando's like 2 past, we're like 10. Yeah. We'll just say, 10 total, yeah.
These timelines.
Oh yeah, Crystal, that's her thing. She's like, she just doesn't. She was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I also, I mean, I don't even know. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Because there are a couple of it's not just, what other Star Wars shows are? It's the Acolyte.
Oh yeah, that's the one that takes place in that. What do they call them? The High
Republic.
Yeah, that's what those new books are. Someone told me to maybe check 1 or 2 of those out.
Okay, that's not until 2024. Okay, so we've got.
Yeah, we have no one knows anything about what that could be, or it might tie in with those books maybe.
Skeleton Crew is supposed to be this year.
Yeah, what's the actual plot of this one?
It's kids, right? I think it's kids. Premise.
I just know that it's Jude Law. Yeah.
The series follows 4 kids who end up on an adventure to make their way home after being lost in the galaxy, following a discovery they make on their home planet. Okay, so
all right.
Like, there's no information on this. Like, look, it even says Jude Law as Jedi.
Oh, I didn't know he was gonna be okay.
So I mean, no name involved or anything. Like, no name for any of the other actors.
Yeah.
Jaleel White's in it, but like, but there's like no information about this show, even though it's supposed to be later this year. The year's almost halfway done.
Carrie Condon, yeah. Oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah, so good. Andor's
gonna be a while.
Yeah, but it's gonna be so good.
When the first few episodes of Andor I didn't like, but I can't.
No, the first ones, we're on just like his home with this,
yeah. But
yeah, once they hit the next stage, because each thing was like a 3-thing act, and the next one was when he goes with that crew, which I just remembered has what's his name from The Bear in it, like
the brother,
yeah. So yeah, he goes, and then
spoiler alert for Andor. When Andor kills that dude, I think was the turning point for me of when the show was like, oh,
then they do the prison part right after that.
Yeah, because he goes. The prison part with Andy Serkis was amazing.
Serkis' last scenes. I'm seriously just getting pumped. There's 2 moments of pump up. Your speech. You gave the greatest speech to that, and his mom in the last episode from the hologram. Like both of those are like kick some ass. Like sort of thing. It really. Like that's what rebel, man. Just.
But then that's just what made it sad when he was like, I can't swim.
I kept come on, man, we gotta see him again.
Yeah, I know.
But of course, the show won't do it because that's too real.
Because
the show's too real that it won't.
Well, the message of that whole season, and it was kind of spelled out by Stellan Skarsgård when he gave his speech, and I think that was like, to me, that was the best performance scene in the series when he's in that like elevator thing talking to that dude. It's about like there's an old saying like. I forget. I'm gonna butcher this saying. It's like, the future is built by old men who plant seeds, who plant trees whose shade they'll never sit under, right? Like, it's all about being willing to sacrifice for the betterment of others, even if you're not going to be a beneficiary of it. So yeah, it was like he led the rebellion, even though he was never going to be able to be set free himself. Stellan Skarsgård had that whole speech about how he sacrificed everything, even if it meant sacrificing himself, if only to, you know, kickstart the rebellion. Like, it was a great theme that tracked from the first episode all the way to last, because Andor's mom did the same thing, or adopted mom rather, I guess.
Yeah.
And so like, that episode was awesome. It was so like the tense nature of it, of like the funeral march, and then like the ringing that bell and everything. Like, I can't say enough good things about Andor, which surprises me considering I did not like it at first.
And the way, you know, I think at some point every character realizes that everything is this whole thing is more important than one person, and you got to do whatever it takes. Just think about what's the first scene we see in Andor in Rogue One. He gets cornered with that other spy, and he just knows he can't afford this guy getting caught.
Yeah.
Just shoots him.
It's a really dark way to start a Star Wars movie. I always thought that too. I always thought, like, man, like,
yeah,
this guy's supposed to be your hero.
The mom gets killed, but what's her Jen's mom gets killed, like on their, you know, and then it's Then it just setting us up for the ending. It's like, hey, every character you don't know from something else,
yeah,
they're going out. Like we're only gonna let Vader and, like, you know, and Tarkin. That's it.
Oh, what's up, Galby? She's wearing that scarf because she went to the groomer today. Yeah. So.
You know, I have not watched the new Visions yet, and it's funny because this one is such a weird group, like the Chicken Run. Was it Arterin? I can't remember the name of that studio. That is stop motion.
Yeah, it's like a Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, it's them. Yeah, I just haven't sat down with those yet.
I watched half of them. I don't like it as much. So like the first season of Visions, it was all Japanese studios, which I really liked because it was just such a crazy wide range of like topics and characters and just random wild shit that you would never consider seeing in a Star Wars. This one is studios from all over the world, and so much of it, like, there's a lot of them are about annoying ass kids, like just the most annoying kids, and it's not as like the swings that they take aren't as drastic as the ones in season 1. Which kind of disappoints me. Like, I want to see Star Wars do really experimental shit. So it's not, but I've only seen half of them, so I need to finish watching them. The Wallace and Gromit animated one, it was okay, but it was an annoying ass kid. So I was like, maybe you'll have a different take on it.
Yeah, I'll do those soon.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right so far. I'll watch the rest.
Cover all Star Wars. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking of what's coming out soon, so I guess
later
this year we've got Ahsoka, and then at some point Skeleton Crew. So we've got 2 more Star Wars properties. I don't know why they released Mandalorian so early in the year. Like, they dropped that one in March, and usually that one's like a November or December release.
It went like 2 full years or something, so maybe that's why they.
I guess. I think that, I mean, I don't really have anything else to add about Star Wars. Just wanted to catch up on what was coming in the immediate future. I don't know.
The one funny thing I will say, you're talking about all the shows you haven't seen.
August 23rd. Okay.
The one funny thing is the week before Mandalorian.
Rest in peace, Ray Stevenson.
Oh, I know that was bad. But the week before Mandalorian ended, the Bad Batch season 2 ended, and like you talk about this.
I didn't even know there was a season 2 of the Bad Batch.
Yeah, now there's gonna be one more, but Devin, this one is just the most tragic. You're just so like sad and like upset. And that's when I was like, great, Mandalorian's gonna do it again next week and like kill off like someone big, and then there was like just kind of like, oh, not really that bad sort of thing. Like, so.
I don't know what's going on with like Mandalorian, but that season was so awful, and it had no payoff. it's really disappointing.
I feel like it was just trying to set up the rest of the Mandalorian. I don't know. Like,
I don't know what they were trying to do, honestly. It just wasn't great. It wasn't great. I didn't care for it. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't finished Andor, but this Andor guy is pretty cool. Boy, howdy. I sure do hope we get to see him appear in Mandalorian. You know what? Like, actually,
Wait.
Yeah. I had to think about that for a second. I was like,
Have you
he's dead.
Have you seen Rogue One?
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Wait a second.
I don't mean to spoil Rogue One.
He died a pretty spectacular demise. Although I guess we can't write out anything, huh? You can come back as like a clone or android or cyborg or something. They announced a spin-off show for the antagonist of Obi-Wan Kenobi before the show even finished. I might be a lunatic who cares about story, but maybe don't spoil things like the villain not dying. Are you talking about Reva?
Yeah, I guess.
They announced a Reva spin-off show?
I didn't hear that one.
Huh, I didn't know about that either. I mean, I liked Reva as a character.
Yeah.
I thought Obi-Wan had different issues that didn't involve her at all, but I mean, Twitter would have you think otherwise. Oh wow, there is some intense delay between me sending a comment and it showing up in the stream. Welcome to YouTube. So, Twitch introduced some new terms of services that basically means I can't simulcast. So usually I stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And usually Maniacal Toaster is watching me on Twitch. But since I can't do that anymore, I don't want to like abandon both of my audiences, so I chose Thursday to be my YouTube streaming day. But YouTube is not as good as Twitch as for a live streaming service because there's a big delay in when you type your message and send it and when I see it, and there's also a big delay from when I say something to when you see it. So it's not great. I wish I was simulcasting again, but it is what it is. Sorry. But I will see your message and I will. Alright.
Star Wars.
There's also there's also a book that was made and dedicated to one of the Inquisitors, the Red One, who appears one time in the comic, and her story is she tried to escape, but Vader kills her.
I think I've seen that book cover.
Red?
I was looking at a lot of the books that like...
The Red Inquisitor. Was this Red Inquisitor in Obi-Wan? I'm not familiar with the Red Inquisitor.
Yeah, I know two of the Inquisitors eventually show up in Rebels.
So you alluded to some Warner Brothers Discovery news earlier. Was this what you saw as well?
I haven't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, so their idea to make money is to sell off anything that could get them money in the future.
Warner Brothers Discovery. They're behaving like a fucking junkie that that owes somebody money, and they're just like, what do I have that I can sell to get these guys off my back?
I don't give a shit about Discovery stuff, and the fact that it's all it seems like I see on the app in the front part now, and
it's hilarious.
And it's just, I mean, okay, because I got everything logged on Letterboxd, and I've spent years making sure I try to have everything, and I still find stuff. Like today, I'm like, I didn't have that. Well, it's really, but it'll keep track of. You can go to our stat page and look at your profile of your most watched of an actor, director. And those are always fun. You can scroll down. Easily my biggest studio.
Warner Brothers?
Yeah, I mean, think about how much
it makes sense.
It's more than Universal, more than I think Fox was always the next one.
Yeah,
but but it's like
you can do that.
Yeah, because the funny thing is like what was it? Let me pull it out. Let's see, yeah, it's like you go to drop your name down, and you can go to stats. Where's that? Hey, where's that? I see it on mine. Why is it not on yours?
Is it under settings or something? No.
Oh, was it only on the
profile? Activity, film.
Oh yeah. It's stats is under profile. At least on my hit profile. Or you're on that?
The profile, activities, films, diary, reviews.
Maybe I only know how to do it on the phone.
Maybe you have like a special like.
Oh, I get this from my pro thing? Maybe I do give them like.
Oh wait,
I give them like $15 a year. It's nothing. It's nothing insane. You know why? Because the ads don't seem bad. A few years ago, out of nowhere, one day the ads were just insane.
Really?
So I was like, you know what? I use the thing this much. I'm not giving them $8 a month. I'm giving them $15 for 1 year. You must not get that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I very famously use AdBlock Plus, so I don't see.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't have. I think I do have the app on my phone, but I just don't ever use it on my phone.
Yeah, it's kind of cool on mine because it'll list like my most watched directors.
Okay.
And my top 4 until I caught up on someone's stuff recently was very cool because it was like 4 badasses.
That's cool. I mean, $15 if you make regular use of your
I
letterbox.
do. It's just it's like my thing I go to just to kill time.
Yeah.
I make random lists all the time. Like, oh, this director, what's all their movies? Gives me a reason to try to watch all their stuff.
Interesting. I'm curious about what my most watched director is then.
You know what?
James Mangold.
Did you hear though? You probably can't because there is a list for they have a thing where they keep their highest rated movies. And Across the Spider-Verse jumped to #1 instantly.
Yeah.
But then it dropped a little because they decided to start doing their algorithm differently. Because I think people were logging into accounts to log one movie and never do anything again.
It's
more for bomb. Yeah, so they somehow changed it. So it dropped down, not terribly, but it's pretty crazy that movie went up that high pretty fast. But yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize. Now I'm kind of happy. I guess I gave the $15 now because as much as I use it, it's kind of a fun little thing. There's also something called Patreon.
Yeah, see, it says right there, upgrade to Pro for stats.
See, now Patreon is weird. I don't see any difference besides you can post.
It's $50 for Patreon?
Yeah, you like can make separate posters. I don't get it. I don't. Except for the fact you just want to help them. Like Patreon.
I guess if you like them.
Yeah, if you just want to. I mean, I figured I'd give them like 50, whatever, 18 or 15 or however much it is. See, it's #7 still. Crosses. It's still 7. I mean, it's still, like.
Wait, what? So that's like
supposed to be their top 50, 250 ranked, and you can actually find this list. This list isn't hidden. I guess it's just on this profile page for me because it gives me a thing of things to try to do. Look at this. That's how many % of these things, these famous lists I've done.
Yeah, I just, like, you teased me with stats, so I just upgraded.
No, you did?
I know, of course I did. I have to see my stats.
My top 2 actors are Hanks and Samuel L. Jackson.
All right, I think it's loading. I'm fascinated by the stats.
Yeah, that's your page, man.
Let's see.
Scroll down a little, and then
974 films, 1,844 hours, 667 directors. Damn, 42 countries.
What's that thing from Wolf of Wall Street? Those are amateur numbers.
Amateur numbers.
You gotta.
Wait, what are your numbers then? Like, wait, how many films and directors do you have?
Okay, can we just say this includes short films? I'm just trying to make my film seem the same. I'm like 6 times that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's see. Disney had someone write an entire book to this character. I feel like the books are just the make unimportant fluff category. I mean, they need product to put on the shelf just to, it's probably cheap enough to make those books that they make their money back fast enough from the fan base.
Yeah, I've landed on Star Wars TikTok book TikTok, where the people with the shelves.
Yeah, Star Wars book TikTok is a thing.
I mean, no, I'm just saying there's a people that I guess I've come because I get a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess I've come across people that have read every one, and they're like, I recommend this one to start with, and they try to explain the High Republic thing to me, and I'm like, this only started like 3 years ago. How are there this many books already? I'm like, I wanted to jump in. I'm thinking like,
because those dudes buy them.
Yeah.
So that's.
I mean, I remember hearing about it because that one guy. I've read some of his comics. He's the head of it. Was that Charles Soule, whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, awesome. And then I check in 3
Soule,
years.
the dude that did the She-Hulk comic.
Yeah, I think that he did one of the recent. Yeah.
He did one of the one that
he's
guess
done a
the
lot of
TV show is loosely based off of.
Okay. Yeah, because he's a somewhat, not a newish writer, but I guess the last decade or so, maybe. But yeah, no, I just I just fell behind and went, oh, there's been this much. I'm never catching up. I'm just gonna keep catching up on old comics, I guess.
She wasn't even in the show. She just straight up dies in the same comic issue she's introduced in, and they made a book about someone that died in this. Jeez, That's kind of like Sony making that El Muerto movie, even though I think that got canceled now. Discovery was doing so poorly that Warner Brothers was able to buy them, so it makes sense that Discovery got to tell Warner Brothers how to do business and just doing this now. I think you have that reversed. I think it was Warner. He says Discovery was doing so poorly that Warner Brothers was able to buy them.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was vice versa.
Somehow,
I think
how.
Warner Brothers was doing so badly that Discovery absorbed them.
It's so crazy that that was the.
I don't understand how Warner Brothers is performing so shittily. Because it's not just DC movies.
No,
they have all sorts. They put out Dune.
Okay, and here's the thing. Like, I want to be so mad about it, and he's in it, and I want to hate it. They have a 4-hour thing, and it's, me, love old movies, love everything.
Yeah.
They did a history of their 100 years over 4 hours of just clips and everything and talking heads and what's his name?
Zaslav?
Yeah. He's on in the start, and he's like, here's the actual Maltese Falcon in my office. And I'm like, you shouldn't have that. I want you out. I was like...
He's the last person that
I was
should be, fucking hanging out with the Maltese Falcon.
He gets to talk about all this greatness, but then they also talk about, it's the TV stuff, and they start talking about this.
I love how you say he's bragging about the Maltese Falcon. At the same time, he had to have P.T. Anderson and Martin Scorsese and Steven Spielberg beg him not to kill Turner Classic Movies.
God, that would
Oh, jeez.
Bringing it back to Ben Mendelsohn, I saw someone quote tweeted that with the gift from Bane whenever. In Dark Knight Rises, when he goes to Ben Mendelsohn, he's like, "Do you feel in charge?" Or something it was like Spielberg talking to him. That's what it was.
After Netflix did their thing, I switched to Tubi. That's where I learned that Tubi has a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah, that's the best.
Columbo. Tubi, yeah.
That's the best ad stream one, I think. That and Pluto. Pluto is right there with it. Those are the only two I think I've ever really gone to. I have them all on my Roku.
Yeah.
But those are the two.
They got Columbo and a zombie movie whose title I literally can't say.
Speaking of Columbo, knock it up my Spielberg list as one of my biggest directors on my thing.
Yeah.
He directed as a youngster, directed the very first Columbo episode. I've watched that one just so I could say I've seen everything
Spielberg's done.
Yeah. Oh, besides some some TV maybe some early, but he did because Columbo were pretty much movies. I never realized that.
Yeah.
They're hour 20 minutes, hour and a half. There's it's kind of how Sherlock did their thing. And
was Columbo British?
No.
Oh.
It's just I never realized that growing up. Yeah, so it's he just made a short little. Movie. Yeah. So
there are a lot of British TV shows that are like that.
Yeah,
that's why I asked. I never watched Columbo.
No, that's the only one I've seen. I've seen one episode just because I watched it for him.
It's almost the opposite of my Martin Scorsese thing. But I watched Wolf of Wall Street, so I can no longer say I've never seen.
Yeah, and Devin, I'm just gonna. I remember the day we told you he made that, and you realized you made it known that you were actively, purposely trying to avoid them.
But it wasn't.
I have watched one.
It started off accidental because I just I'm not super into gangster movies or crime movies. I'm just not super into it.
I can tell you the next two to watch. I'm
sure.
I have told you After Hours multiple times. It is Griffin Dunn. It's a all-in-one night shit show of him trying to go just out in the city in New York. It's 90 minutes. It's the craziest. It's just insanity. He just gets himself in every bad situation one after another.
What year was that made?
I think 81. It was right when he was actually having in the mid 80s because he was after Raging Bull. He wasn't really hot anymore. It seemed like. And he had that, but it's funny because I think for years King of Comedy was his underrated movie. But then once Joker came out, that got knocked down. So now I've been telling people After Hours is probably his underrated because it's the most different sort of thing.
Yeah.
But he's also made a few really quiet historical dramas with Kundun and Silence. The one that has Silence is the one about the priest. It's Andrew Garfield and Driver. Yeah.
It's
a really quiet,
I did want to
movie.
See that one.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that one.
No,
the thing is, it wasn't like I was purposely trying to avoid his movies. I just naturally didn't go see his movies, and then it got to the point where he was such a ubiquitous name as a classic director that I wanted to keep my streak alive. So, and then I accidentally watched Wolf of Wall Street. Well, not accidentally.
The other
I
one,
watched it.
it's a sequel to the Hustler. But if you ever watched the Pool movie, the Billy with Newman, Color Money, the one with Tom Cruise and Paul Newman.
Oh, okay.
Because it's actually a sequel to like the 1960 movie. They waited that one. It's one of those long-waited things.
Yeah.
Newman plays the same character again, like
Okay.
Pool Shark, sort of Hustler. Yeah, because first one's called Hustler. Yeah. So that you could probably watch. I never saw Hustler till years after I watched that one as a kid. So you can. You don't have to watch old Hustler,
Yeah.
But no, but those are two that are like not
Okay.
total.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely After Hours is definitely the weird comedy one he's made like that.
He's not on my shit list. He's not on my shit list. So like, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. In fact, I don't know if maybe if I was gonna, I don't know if there's any director. Not even Zack Snyder is on my shit list. I'm gonna watch Rebel Moon when it comes out. I don't know if there's any director that's like on my shit list.
I just avoid. Yeah, there's like some like. I don't. Yeah, I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, there's not really anyone I
go
actively
through.
like.
I go through filmography sometimes, and I realize who was it where it's like I watched all 20 of his things now, and I don't like half of them. Why did I? Sort of
I have had those moments.
Now, you know what I did? I told myself after Transformers 2, two things. I would never watch another Michael Bay movie again. I'd never watch another Transformers movie again. You put Pain and Gain on once in that house, and I watched that. And
that wasn't bad.
I liked the first half till it turned full Bay. But I don't hate that one.
Yeah.
And then I still never watched another one, or even Transformers. I really avoided those other ones after that until Bumblebee. Do you know I sat down...
He didn't direct Bumblebee, did he?
No. I'm just saying. I also said Transformers, but I'm like, I loved these as a kid. This looks at least a little more. I did before the new. I watched all the Transformers movies again in like a day or two.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, I got through those because you know why? Because I ended up watching because Crystal put Ambulance on, and then I'm like, well, I've seen every Michael Bay thing now. I think so.
Oh, Ambulance! That was a How Did This Get Made movie.
They did that one. Yeah.
I haven't watched it though, but it sounded hilarious.
It's over the top fun.
Okay.
It's not Pearl Harbor.
Wait, WB was doing badly? Jesus. Yeah, exactly. I still want to dig into how that happened. Hello, friend, and hello, new guy. Hey, Gabriella. This is Kelly. Not quite new guy. Just hasn't been around for a while.
Hiatus. They used to live in the room next door to where he used to do this.
Used to be a roommate. Now he's halfway across the city.
Yeah.
So that's how that goes. When it comes to streaming, I'm fine with either ads in the movies or I pay for it. Once you do both, I'm like, yo ho ho, Pirate's Life for me. Yeah, I know. Max now has the whole you pay for a subscription and then you also get ads anyways, unless you super pay.
God,
for
I guess we're paying for whatever when you don't get that.
Yeah, that annoys the hell out of me too. Columbo is great. It's just a bunch of movies where they show you the killer. So it's the opposite of a
that's
show.
true. I noticed that about that
it's
one.
Just Columbo hounding the killer until they confess by mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. How are you there? Can I get your name? This is Kelly, like I said before. She's really hounding you for your name. Woody Allen's on my shit list. Okay,
well there's a different reason.
Okay, Woody Allen or Roman Polanski. Okay, we get that. That's different. That's different.
Yeah.
Like if you do some
because
shit...
I'll say this. You were mentioning, and you know me, I'm not trying... Okay, you said Snyder's name.
Yes.
I have had problems with his movies, but I will say this about him. Seems like the ultimate greatest person. And that's why I'm not saying I don't hate him or anything for anyone. Yeah,
that's what I've always said. Like I'm not a huge fan of his aesthetic, but he always seems like genuinely one of the coolest, nicest dudes.
Yeah.
So
and everyone loves working with him. That's awesome.
Nobody has any, with all the drama that happened around the shoot of Justice League and Walter Hamada and all that shit. Like and a lot of really bad negative shit has been said, and there's been acrimony about Ray Fisher, etc. Not a single bad thing's been said about Zack Snyder, any of that from any side. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Take that for what it's worth. You could like his aesthetic or not. I kind of don't.
No, we're not going to dig into this. I'm not going to put... You know what's funny? I did notice because Man of Steel hit 10 like last week or something. I posted... I don't know if you probably didn't see this. I posted... Oh, that means I hit my 10-year anniversary of getting off Facebook because... Or around that, because one of the last things I remember posting Facebook, walking to the theater and like getting on there. I guess I didn't do a lot on Twitter yet.
Yeah.
I just remember posting like, maybe I don't want a Justice League movie now. That was my response. Because I was just... I
You
don't
were
even-
that
I don't-
dismayed
I don't
by-
even- I don't hate it. I don't want to get in this on a YouTube video. I really don't, because I don't even hate it. I don't want to attract. I don't.
Oh, it's no big deal.
It's just little.
no big deal.
It's just moments in the movie that are weird. And I've told Martin. I remember telling
Like
him
what,
like,
though? So,
well,
like-
what's funny is the first half of the movie. We're talking about a movie where I go from eagerness of trailer to movie.
Oh,
It's a
the
huge-
trailer looked awesome.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
Early in the movie, I still get goosebumps. The bus scene as a kid is still in the fucking soundtrack. Is just that. God, I love that soundtrack too.
Yeah.
More than anything. And I put it down what it is. It's pretty much the moment he puts on the suit almost for the first time. It's when you lose me. And that's not supposed to happen. It's just because the first action we see him doing is just pounding what's his name and destroying Smallville until it moves, and then it all culminates with supposed to be a romantic scene of their first kiss being in the literal ashes of the death of fucking. It's literally, and it's just like.
yeah, I mean, I
I don't know.
I
I've
haven't-
gone back to. I don't hate it. I'm just.
Yeah, I have incredibly vague memories of it, even though I've watched it twice at this point, I think. But like, I don't care for it.
And I watched this. Justice League was a major improvement. I'm fine. You know, I sat there and watched it.
Wait, which Justice League?
Well, his. I'm
His,
saying.
okay,
Yeah. No, I'm
I had
not.
to specify.
Okay, no, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, it was a great improvement.
No.
I mean, he wouldn't have got a 4-hour plus thing cut in a theater. So I mean, but
No.
he didn't need to get his whole thing taken away from him.
I thought that. So I mean, the trajectory of the shit that he was involved with, I thought that there were improvements each time. Like from Man of Steel to BVS, I've had my issues with BVS, but watching the
I think I've got that one lower.
watching the director's cut, I enjoyed it more than Man of Steel, and I enjoyed.
My thing was just being a huge Batman. I was like, why are they already doing this? But then,
Well, I get that. I
Before
know.
the movie came
I
out,
know.
I remember watching the trailer and went, oh, it's because of the.
Yeah, they made
But-
use of all
Yeah.
the criticism
But
from
you know
Man of
what?
Steel.
Fair. I said the same thing as Civil War. Why are they already doing a Civil War story this short into Marvel sort of stuff? So
Oh, but that was deep into Marvel at that point.
I guess yeah. No, but I mean just like they could. I thought maybe they could have waited till they had like X, but we never knew that was going to happen.
We
and
are,
also
we
and
are
also-
getting X-Men until we're in our 60s at this point, man. You're going to be waiting for a long time.
We've also lost all the main Avengers anyway, so I
yeah,
guess there wouldn't have been.
they're all
so-
going to be recast by the
yeah.
time X-Men
But
comes
no,
around.
but no, I just and I loved Wonder Woman. And yeah, no, I just
Yeah, I like the first Avenger too.
and I just didn't know. I was like, they were gonna do Dark Knight Rises. I mean, Dark Knight Returns. I was like, all right, and then, but it's I don't hate it. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine, yeah. My thing with Zack Snyder, and the funny thing is, I went and
There has been-
before I got on the Letterboxd, I just went to his filmography and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
for someone that criticizes him a lot, I've seen every single one of this
everything
motherfucker's movies.
except that animated Owls movie.
I saw that one.
And then I actually didn't see his zombie one. I didn't actually end up watching.
Dawn of the Dead,
oh no, sorry, I saw that. That was back then. I meant whatever his Netflix one was.
Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched all of it. I've watched all of his shit, so it's like for someone that doesn't really care for his aesthetic, I somehow end up watching every single thing he's done. So what does that say about me? You know? Either way, pull out your stats. I want to see.
Oh yeah, the Warner Brothers. Where I had that pulled up on there real fast. Actually, a shocking Universal a second. I thought Fox would have been.
I've been watching a movie that my sister points out. This is a Woody Allen one. I'm like, God damn it! Wait, how are you watching a Woody Allen movie and not knowing it's a Woody Allen movie?
It sucks because I watched some of those as a kid, and
Really?
I still can't say. I'm not gonna. I just the offbeat humor. It's
Yeah,
it just
he was
sucks
he
when
was
stuff
he
you
was
like.
the originator of quirky,
Yeah,
odd,
neurotic.
odd
yeah.
neurotic guy humor. Yo, that dude Vince, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I actually enjoyed the Flash. Honestly, don't give a shit about DC overall. Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I like the Flash, and I don't particularly care too much about DC. I mean, I'm not rooting against it or anything, but
I have hope as a comics person that the future movies, hopefully.
oh man, I mean, I get the sense that this is going to be a colossal uphill battle for James Gunn. And
You know,
Peter
it's
Safran.
I picked up it's funny how I was going to show Crystal I picked up comics today. I got 4 new ones from this week and 1 last week. It's funny how much advertising changes. It's almost a joke, like they saw the Flash bomb and they swapped out the covers the day after, because I shit you not. I know this is just planned anyway, because when movies are out, they
Yeah.
stop talking about them. Last week's comic had Flash on the back, the back cover, like is the ad. All of this week's, the other 4 were all Blue Beetle. It's like
Really? They just switched it right over. They're like, let's get this Flash shit out of here.
I thought that was
Blue
funny.
Beetle. It's Blue Beetle.
It's funny. I keep forgetting that one's happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird when Aquaman comes out after all this, and when everyone thinks this is over and Aquaman happens.
So like Shazam was a colossal bomb.
I can't believe how much I did not like that movie. It's at the bottom of my years list so far.
I knew I wasn't gonna like that one, so I didn't even go see it.
Well, I just watched it on HBO.
Yeah, I still have it. I saw it on HBO the other night.
It's just too long for what it is, too.
Is it?
I don't know, and yeah. And I try not to be harsh on movies, but out of the 55 I think I've seen this year, variety of movies, I even put it below that Skinamarink movie.
Oh my god! You think it's worse than Skinamarink?
At least I was trying to do something. Did I tell you?
Was it?
Did you see Skinamarink after the hype already happened? Or something? You knew?
I saw it like pretty much right as the hype started to bubble up about it.
I remember that Thursday night of just desperately like wanting to do something. I think Crystal went out of town.
Yeah.
Like down, and I was just like, or she was watching a dog, and I said, "Oh, I was gonna go hit up a movie," and I was like, "What's playing this weekend?" And I'm going through, and like, what is this thing only playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 7 and 10?
Oh, so wait, you saw it at a theater?
The first weekend, it was only playing at the primetime things on a Friday, Saturday, and I'm like, what is this? It was sold out. And then like an hour before the show started, a seat opened, and I got it. I walked in not knowing a thing.
Oh my god!
I did not. It was a new horror movie that was apparently like really hyped up. Like, how is this movie sold out of all these things? I don't know anything about it.
You saw Skinamarink
Opening
at a
night.
sold-out movie theater opening night.
Yeah. And when the lights went on, everyone was like, okay. Oh, one of my favorite people on... Okay, I know I talked about the guy on YouTube who makes videos about essays called Patrick Willems.
Yeah.
Okay, he does funny... You should follow him. He does funny reviews.
I'm familiar
His
with him.
funny with Skinamarink was, wow, you make a blaring sound out of nowhere and you scare me. Shocker or something like that. After like 30 minutes of silence, you make a loud noise and you scare me. Shocker.
Skinamarink was literally like... It was just
Corner.
it was a collection. It was a collection of like clips from like people's dads who just bought a VHS camera and like didn't know how to set it up, and it accidentally records, and it's like catching the corner of a door or whatever. It just took a bunch of that, put it all together. It was like,
I'm jealous. You know what though? I'm gonna say though, I'm jealous of the people that somehow felt they were in a dream when they watched it or something,
and liked it.
Yeah, but and then I remember saying someone would go like, "Man, that should just be a short. It shouldn't have been like 80. No, it was like 100 minutes. It wasn't even like 80 minutes. It was 100." And everyone's like, I think people were like, "It should have been a short." And everyone's like, "It was originally. He got funding to
expand it."
Yeah, apparently it was originally like a 20-minute thing, which seems
even 20 minutes is pushing it for what that movie is. Holy shit!
Anyway, enough of
I would not. So wait, hold on. So when you're watching that in a theater and you're like, let's say 40 minutes into it, what is the atmosphere in the theater like?
Everyone's being polite and quiet. You know, like. Because usually those crowds are decent. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I would have lost my shit.
I'm just surprised they didn't have that thing premiere Fantastic Fest like a little before that.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
and you say that Shazam is worse than that.
Man, sometimes, you know what, here's the thing. Like I said, at least it tried. Shazam was just...
It did try.
Shazam 2 was just over bloated of the big action. I don't know. Shazam was over. I felt myself not paying attention as much, so that's maybe why I'm like thinking that.
Okay.
And it was just kind of like, and I thought it was gonna be decent, and I don't know.
Okay, well, shit. There you go.
So that's
Shazam 2. Brutal indictment of that movie.
I like that I have to tell you is blow Skinamarink, and you're like, oh.
God damn that movie.
It might not be.
So to the earlier point I was trying to make, Shazam started the year off for DC. And then they bombed with the Flash afterwards.
When was why did I think Black Adam was early this year? But it was
Black Adam was October last year.
Okay, it felt, man. Everything.
And did better than the Flash. Which makes no fucking sense to me. Like, Black Adam performed better than the Flash. Alright, well, they've got Blue Beetle coming out. That's a character nobody knows about. Could be cool, could be fun, but if the Flash wasn't enough to get people to theaters, if Shazam wasn't enough,
if The Rock and Black Adam wasn't enough,
The
then
thing is,
what
I'm,
hope
go-
does
I'm
Blue
gonna
Beetle
bet
have?
Blue Beetle's budget's a lot less. So that's
So,
probably.
so you think that the bar? I read another article that was like, what was it? It was like oh, it was like Blue Beetle, and then it was like Flash, Aquaman, marketing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I guess it's just a Reddit, but I don't know if they have the article itself in here. But yeah, they're gonna spend between 1.1 billion to 1.2 billion, marketing all of these movies this year.
God.
Oh, as a part of this Variety article, the Flash box office disaster exposes DC's $1.1 billion problem for Warner Brothers. So in this article, they talk about how the production budgets likely and likely marketing spends for these 4 films will cost between 1.1 billion and 1.2 billion in total, according to experts outside the studio. But Shazam 2 has already bombed, earning a feeble 133 million globally. God damn. And The Flash just opened to a mere 55 million in the US and Canada, grossing 135.7 million worldwide as of June 19th. Well under expectations and nowhere near what a film of this caliber and cost needs to approach break it even. So, $1.2 billion, and all they have to show for it, global returns so far, it's like just shy of 300 million.
It's weird because I was also thinking that includes, I guess, when Aquaman happened. Aquaman made most of its money internationally.
Internationally, yeah.
So, like a lot of these movies do, and it's really going to come down to, are those people going to go watch Aquaman? Because here it'll make 150 at most here.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. It'll be lucky to make 150 if The Flash is any indication. But yeah, like they've got,
because that was $1 billion one, the first one.
The first Aquaman was
still
$1 billion worldwide. But people were more. I think people are just more jazzed about, because Aquaman came out in 2018. I think.
Yeah, it probably wasn't 19. Yeah, it's probably 18.
So, and that was also the year that Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
So, if anything, that was like the peak of superhero movies right there. And people were jazzed about the prospect of the DC movies finally maybe kind of starting to move in the same direction as Marvel. They liked Aquaman. They liked Jason Momoa's Aquaman. The movie was bright and fun and cheerful as opposed to like dour and grim like the prior DC movies. So I think that, but we're now in an environment where even the Marvel movies are starting to underperform a little. I guess Guardians is doing fine worldwide.
Wakanda ended up pretty good, but so
Wakanda
the ones,
was okay.
The ones that are being received actually like as better movies, I think are doing better at least. Like Ant-Man was a lower quality in that, and then it did make less. But yeah, Guardians did pretty good. I think Wakanda made even more money than Guardians.
I think so too. Yeah. So I mean, I guess the free money has run out for them, and now they actually have to put out a good quality product. Imagine that. But we'll see. Part of me feels like, and maybe this is a stretch, but a part of me feels like Aquaman is not out of danger of being a tax write-off at this point. Like, they could do that.
Not to mention Wakanda, so this is totally throwback. We're talking about how I watched Captain Marvel for Secret.
Yes.
You know what I forgot about? I forgot, Martin Freeman's going to be in that as well. So, like, I have not rewatched Wakanda. I forgot what happens to him at the end of that, so I went back and rewatched that for the first time.
At the end of Wakanda Forever, he's like arrested.
Because you find out he was married to What's-Her-Face, but then they break him out with that good line of, never seen a colonizer in chains or something. That's pretty much all you need to know. It's just, when he's...
he gets broken out. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why... But yeah, so I kept saying, I forgot he was going to be in that. So it gave me a reason to rewatch that, finally.
I like that guy. I like Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
He's good.
In the original Office.
The best part of those Hobbit movies by far. Let's see.
You got a lot of stuff.
Oh, I do have a lot of stuff. Hold on a second.
My Skinamarink talk distracted you.
Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how many times I'd watch an old thing and find out the Weinstein got his wiggly little creepo hands? You can't avoid that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to avoid that with older movies, man. There's a reason that dude's name.
Yeah.
Was what it was.
So at a certain point, you're just gonna have to be like, all right, well, I guess I'm watching this.
And that's a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different because like all of that shit was before people knew what he was fucking up to, and he hasn't. Obviously, he hasn't produced a movie since. But if he had produced any movies after his arrest and conviction, then you could be like not watching any of that shit. But like, I don't think anyone's gonna beat you up, nor should you beat yourself up for watching a movie that he tangentially had some production involvement with from like 1992. Blue Beetle looks fun. The worst movies I've seen this year is Fool's Paradise. What is Fool's Paradise?
Oh, that's the Charlie Day one. I'm so sad.
Charlie Day was in a movie?
Yeah, no, sorry. He actually made a movie that was like almost like a throwback to like Chaplin, where he's like playing this old Hollywood, but it looks like modern. It's so sad. This came out the same day as Blackberry. So the day this bombs, Glenn has Blackberry come out. You haven't seen Blackberry yet. It hasn't come out digitally, Devin.
No.
You got to watch that when it comes out.
Wait, so the Always Sunny dudes are dropping movies
Well, yeah, but what's funny is Glenn was just acted in Blue Blackberry. He directed this and starred in it.
Is technically not mute.
I thought this was going to be fun.
It's possible that he could regain his understanding of the world, his ability to speak.
What's our first course of action?
Well, the state is not going to pay for any of that, so we are going to put his ass on the first bus downtown.
This isn't like this isn't like a Simple Jack's situation, is it?
No,
Okay.
he doesn't talk for some reason, but I think it's almost a thing where he, like the Bofing, I think he looks like a famous actor.
Oh, okay.
I think but
What do you mean he won't get out of the trailer?
oh, it's another Liotta movie. He's got so many banks before he passed away.
Oh, that's Ray Liotta.
Yeah,
Oh.
like cocaine berries and everything, but right after he died.
What a bummer.
This guy. What about him?
Yeah, he did.
Bring him for you.
Yeah.
Man, don't lose.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. So it is like a Bowfinger
You know
kind
what?
of thing.
I'm still gonna watch this because you do know I can tell you the night Sunny premiered.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been watching them.
Okay.
I remember like I'm gonna record this new comedy on FX.
I like Charlie Day.
I know it's apparently terrible. I can't help. I'm gonna have to watch it. But Blackberry, that's when you got to watch when it comes out, like for rent or something like that.
Oof.
Yeah, even the fans, it's like not.
Oof. Okay.
As much as I don't like to go by the if you got both low though, that's not a.
Rotten Tomatoes is usually pretty good about letting you know when something is a real bomb. All right, well, maybe
that'll be down there. Yeah, maybe it'll be Shazam for that bottom spot.
Maybe I'll watch this at a How Did This Get Made kind of capacity.
I wouldn't be surprised if one or two of them.
Maybe
were in
it'll
that movie.
actually end up becoming that.
So Warner Brothers is my number. Remember we were telling me.
Oh yes.
What stat did you want to see? Actor?
Hold
or
on a
like
second.
okay.
Let me catch up on the chats,
sorry,
then we'll get to that. Let's see. I also saw. Oh wait. So what? So it's like what wavelength does this thing happen? I also saw the Reanimator series. The first two are really good. The third is fine, but the fourth doesn't have any. But the fourth doesn't even have Jeffrey Combs.
Wait. There's a show
to play Dr. West. I stopped watching instantly. I had no idea there was like a Reanimator show.
I just revisited the first one recently.
That's news to me.
I was on a Barbara Crampton kick. I was going through. I was like, I'm gonna go through her stuff.
As a Trekkie, I love Jeffrey Combs. I don't normally wish harm on people, but I hope the people in charge of making the fourth Reanimator have a deal with their cat shitting in their slippers every single day forever. Okay, that's kind of cruel.
Somebody make something just to keep the rights, maybe.
Jeffrey Combs is great. Blue Beetle has George Lopez, so that's one I'm
He has
actually going
one
to watch.
He has one joke in that thing that everyone got. I remember at the end of that trailer.
When he said that Batman's a fascist.
Yeah, you know what's funny? It's still current because we think about the scene from Dark Knight with the screens. When I told you, I'm not kidding when I say I dropped off the Batman comics 3 years ago after reading everything for the last 15 years before that.
Yeah.
20, it goes way back. And then I've read almost everything since Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Infinite Earths with small gaps. I'm trying to catch, but anyway.
Yeah.
There's even a recent one I started catching up with the ones just from like a year ago where it's like the monologue like you're reading on the page where it's even like I have to do some stuff and he talks about like interfering with privacy. He's talking about it even there.
Being
So
a fascist.
He's
just talking about being a fascist.
And I love him, but yeah.
He's a fascist. It's not a false statement, man. Are you using Streamlabs to put the YouTube chat on the screen? Can I ever figure that out in OBS? No, I just have a YouTube. I have my YouTube page opened over here on the other monitor. So, nothing fancy. I'm not doing anything fancy like that. At least with Weinstein, death of the author actually does apply since Weinstein killed himself in jail. Wait, what? What are you talking about? At least with Weinstein, death of the author actually does apply since Weinstein killed himself in jail. I don't know what you're talking about. Is Weinstein dead? I don't think he is. I think he's still in jail.
Epstein.
There's
different.
Different. There's an Epstein.
Different terrible person.
You're getting your awful Steens mixed up. I think. There's no show, just 4 movies.
Oh, okay, we said series. I got confused. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
film series.
I didn't realize there was a newer one out. I didn't.
The
In
fourth
fact,
animator is name only.
I don't think I've seen 3. To be
It's
honest.
a 40-minute cash grab.
40.
40 minutes, yeah. I mean, if
Yeah,
it calls
they-
itself a movie and is only 40 minutes long, that's
That
definitely
was
a cash
probably to
grab.
keep the rights.
Keep the rights. Kind of like that Hellraiser movie before the Hellraiser remake.
Speaking of the best thing ever, bringing it back to Patrick Williams, he told me about it years ago, and he did it again this year. Like a decade ago, Warren Beatty did a special on TCR, Turner Classic Movies,
Yeah.
playing Dick Tracy, like on getting interviewed by like Leonard Maltin. He did this just to keep the rights, like he was going to make another movie from like his 1990 movie.
Yeah.
And it's insane. He did it again this year. I watched all 30 minutes. Goes, what is happening? But anyway, never mind. He's literally just making.
So
these
he's
weird
just making shitty Dick Tracy movies to keep
special,
the water.
not even a movie. It's a
just
fake
specials?
interview thing.
How old is Warren Beatty?
Oh, he's like we look. He's late 80s now, I think.
I think I like Warren Beatty though. I think he has good politics.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well,
he
yeah,
does.
yeah, he's
But that's funny. That's funny. I mean, I don't. Honestly, personally, I don't care about Dick Tracy. Like, if
You know what's
somebody
funny?
announces a Dick Tracy movie, I'm not gonna get.
Yeah,
super
I
stoked
revisited
about it.
recently, like about a year ago, probably the first time since I was a little kid. I'm thinking like, I get the over the topness. Pacino isn't. That's why I did it. I was going through all Pacino stuff, which I finally did. And holy shit, Jack and Jill was not the worst thing he has done in the last 15 years. He has made so many
He's made
bad
a lot
cop
of bad
movies.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and he was like my favorite as a kid when
He's
I first.
kind of been on the same run that Bruce Willis was on. Only, we all found out why Bruce Willis was on.
There's
that
some
run.
good stuff here and there. Like even like his cameo Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, but you don't understand, when I was a little kid and started discovering old stuff from the 70s, I mean, I gravitated. I watched Godfather. I watched Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico. All that. I was like, this is my guy. And I realized I hadn't seen anything of him for like the last 15 years. Like, so I'm gonna watch all these, and my God,
Yeah.
there are some. Jack and Jill was. That was the last one I watched, by the way, and it was. At least that was him playing himself as a joke.
Yeah.
There were some bad, just cop detective, just thriller, not good. Anyway, sorry, I don't know how we got the but yeah.
What the fuck? Wrong guy. Okay, he was.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm very tired and very high. Bear with me. Unless the word is bear with me. I don't know. I'm very tired and very high, so bear with me. I got you. We are bearing with you. All right, let's look at this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, how many films? Number of films.
All right. I'm gonna bear for now. What was the thing? There was a TikTok. You know the TikTok pick your favorite of the thing?
Yeah.
Some girl was like, "Oh, well, people say you can't finish this if you haven't seen everything, but I've seen 900. I've seen everything." And then I look at mine and go like, "I'm like over 6 times this."
Let me bring this up on the screen here. All right. There you go. Where are you at? Okay, so I have 974 films. You have 5,779 films. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm at 1,844 hours. You're at 10,217 hours. That's a lot of hours.
I can't name
How
like
many-
100 of these.
Hold on a second.
Almost 3,000 directors. You gonna do some math or what? Or
10. What is it? 10,217 hours, 2 days. 425 days.
not even counting
non-stop.
repeat. Not
And-
even repeats.
So in order for me to watch as many movies as you've watched, I'd have to spend every day for a year and a half, roughly, or a year and a quarter, maybe,
Yeah.
to catch up, non-stop. Like like this is like I'm watching them while I'm sleeping. I'm doing the
Just
Clockwork
imagine,
Orange
I'm
thing.
the person in every September goes to a festival where I start at 11 a.m. and watch 5 things a day until almost 2 a.m. for like 6 straight days, and then some extra ones bookended on
God
the end.
damn, dude. How many directors? I have 667
I'm a
directors.
few shy of 3,000.
2,962. I didn't even know that there were that many
I
directors
can't
that
name
existed.
that. I can't even name the 600.
And 42 countries.
I'm about double, almost.
77 countries. You are much more worldly than I am.
But yeah. No, but then you can scroll down and actually
Wait,
look at...
what is 2+
Okay,
film
I
days?
don't do... You don't do it either, but believe me, I don't use this site right. You're supposed to log things the day you
The
see
day.
them.
Okay.
And it's... I feel like I've already missed out so much, I just don't do it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And I feel
that's-
bad, because you're supposed to do it that way. But if you scroll down, you start seeing all your actors and everything, too. Like,
Okay.
I've seen every Tom Hanks thing now, so except for Asteroid City, which I guess is this weekend.
So, okay, action movies are my jam.
I have drama. Actually, action's few down from me. I mean, I guess...
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You got drama, comedy, thriller, action. I have action,
Horror's
thriller,
lower than I
comedy,
thought.
adventure.
A
Drama's
lot
pretty low
of
for me.
movies have multiple things attached to them.
Yeah, that's true. Horror probably. I feel like horror should probably be higher than.
I thought the same thing looking at this too, to be honest, on mine.
What's your lowest one?
They only listed what the top 10. I guess I have fantasy at the bottom of mine.
Oh,
See, I don't even have mystery on mine.
yeah, mystery.
There's so many different names. They just did the top 10 of everything.
Yeah. So obviously, U.S.
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
predominant.
Yeah, I'm
And
with
then
you.
UK.
The first 3 are the same.
Canada, and then Germany.
What's
France.
funny is I can swap those two.
I feel like Korea.
I'm actually oh no, well that's the thing. I thought I was doing all Korea too, but I'm like, no, there's still a lot I haven't seen. Like I remember IndieWire put out a list of the best Korean movies. I'm like, you know what? I've only seen 10% of these, but you know what's funny? I've seen like 8 of the top 10 at least. It was something like that sort of like thing. So I definitely need to.
No, but look, like
Like I've seen all of Bong's. I've seen all but 2 of like Park Chan Wook's.
But for language, I at least have 10 Korean films in the language, so...
Yeah, you've seen all.
how
Well,
would it
okay,
not-
you know what's weird? Sometimes the Italian stuff can just be financed by. It's really weird sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
kind of weird like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I have Italy higher on mine.
I only have 8 films from... But I mean, you got 2,000 films, so I'm sure... From 77
Yeah.
countries. So I'm sure your languages are a little bit more robust than... I have a Russian film?
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? For language, Korean is my third. That's over Spanish. That is weird.
You
Oh,
watched one Russian film, Sputnik.
I never did watch
Okay.
that. I remember when that
I
came out.
cheated. I watched like half of this movie. I wasn't a big fan. I cut out on it. But okay, I do have a Russian movie. I think I should also have more Chinese movies than just. But you know,
You
I
just
can-
need, you know what you gotta
need to
do,
go
man?
back
You
and
gotta,
update.
yeah, you just gotta find,
gotta
all you
update.
do is just look at films and click a year or something that's popular.
Yeah.
And you just start doing, you just start clicking them off.
Okay. Where am I looking at for my directors?
It's the next thing down, or actors. Oh, after this is like a thing if you've watched series. You can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Ah, Nicolas Cage.
I remember I was gonna try to do all the Cages before the meta movie came out, but I didn't.
All right, Nicolas Cage and then Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, if you're watching MCU
I got
movies,
Sam's number 2 on mine.
yeah, if you're watching MCU movies and like Quentin Tarantino movies, then he's gonna be up there. Sylvester Stallone, Keanu Reeves, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Keanu Reeves, really?
See, here's the thing. My like 10 or so, because if you hit more, they show like I think 20.
Matrix, Bill and Ted Face the Music, John Wick 3, John Wick 2, The Bad Batch.
You gotta get the other.
Oh, he was in The Bad Batch. That's right.
You're missing one. See, I can already tell you're already missing one of the Bill and Ted's. So you can go. You just gotta like start clicking.
Yeah, I
you just
gotta-
gotta start
I gotta-
clicking on names. That's how you fill these things out.
Yeah, I gotta go in and juice up my Keanu Reeves list here. I feel like this is also missing some stuff that I... Yeah, because I think I watched 47 Ronin for some dumbass reason. Okay. Alright, well, maybe that's not... Alright, so then what about Stallone? What are all the Stallone movies I've been watching?
All the Rockies and a Rambo and
He was in Suicide... Oh, he was the shark, right?
yeah, because
Creed,
yeah, he's in all the
Expendables.
he's in all the what's his gun movies.
Yeah.
All the
He is in all the gun movies.
yeah, he's gonna be a new one that shows up in everything probably, kind of how Rooker.
Okay, so then Schwarzenegger, I totally understand that. And
I watched
I'm definitely
I
missing...
watched End of Days for the first time the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw it was leaving HBO or leaving something.
Chris Evans. This is all MCU, with the exception of maybe like Cellular or
Not in the TV.
or-
Oh, I really watched that for How Did This Get Made? I remember that. Holy shit.
Yeah, Cellular.
Yeah, that was so.
Okay, Gray Man, Lightyear, Free Guy.
Oh, I haven't even watched
Knives
Lightyear
Out,
yet.
and then a bunch of MCU shit. Snowpiercer, yes,
yeah.
of course.
Scott
Snowpiercer.
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, Fantastic Four, and then Cellular, yes. Classic. Classic. This movie is awesome. I'm gonna put this in my
I call
life.
it the, hey, you just kidnapped that kid! I just remember when he yells that.
Holy shit, I just kidnapped that kid!
That movie was so great.
I love it. That movie, I may watch it tonight. Who knows? Shit, I may have clicked too far back. There we go.
Yeah.
So who are your stars? What's on
What?
your list?
Okay, I've seen every Tom Hanks except for Asteroid. Samuel
Tom
Jackson, because he's in
Hanks?
everything.
Hold on. Tap on Tom Hanks' name. Let me see.
Now my stuff's probably got the fade look for. Oh, that's running.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
gotta get on your. Yeah, maybe, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, I haven't watched a lot of this shit then. I thought for certain I would have watched.
I mean, you got the Toy Stories. You got. I mean, I'm trying to think of. A lot of the stuff recently hasn't been as great, but I mean.
All right,
if you
shit.
can, Road to Perdition. You have seen that, right?
I haven't seen Road to Perdition. Yeah, I know.
Based on a comic, believe it or not.
I do know. I do
Yeah.
know that. I do know that.
Very different though. That one. There's two books like that I discovered at the same time. That and History of Violence. You know, the Cronenberg.
Yeah.
That one's pretty accurate if I remember right. Road to Perdition is very. You know, it's like not even. I mean, the basic plot because it's also the wolf, the cub, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I got a lot of
Burbs.
Tom Hanks
The
movies to
Burbs.
watch.
But yeah.
All right, so you got Tom Hanks,
I know Samuel Jackson, and then let it pull up. And
Tom Hanks, Sam
the
Jackson,
Pacino got all that watch got
Al
bumped him up.
Pacino,
Of
Robert
course.
De Niro, Paul Rudd.
Just a lot of cameos and stuff.
Yeah, Clint
Oh, I
Eastwood.
worked my way through all his directing. That's why, because most of his,
okay.
And Damon, J.K. Simmons, Bill Murray. What's funny is
John Goodman. You have such a you've got a very robust Willem Dafoe. You have a very robust list of
Character-
actors,
yeah.
and mine is I have the meathead list. I am very much a meathead. Look at this. I've got fucking Stallone. I've got Schwarzenegger.
or half
Chris
the Diesel
Evans,
just Fast and
Vin
Furious.
Diesel. I'm sure this is almost exclusively Fast and Furious and Groot.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
just Groot and Fast and Furious. Oh, and Pitch Black.
Iron Giant.
Oh, and Iron Giant. All right, I'll give him that one. But other than that, yeah, it's not even
Hey,
fucking Saving Private Ryan.
No, I was gonna
because
say,
that would have been
might be
Tom
on
Hanks.
Yeah, they're both in that one.
Oh man, who? Okay, come on, I gotta do better. I gotta do better down my list. Okay, Patrick Stewart, yes. Cool.
I got J.K. on mine.
Alan
Look at
Tudyk, he should be in more.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
he
that's
should
good
be in
to
way
see.
more. I watched almost everything he's in.
Where did I just see Idris in? I was watching. Oh, he was in Extraction too. He has a weird small
is he?
part.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
small
you were
part,
you're saying that, yeah. Ian McKellen, Hugh Jackman. That's
I hate her.
so.
They'll sometimes put miniseries on here too, just to let you know.
Chappelle, yeah. Real Steel, that's right. He was in Real Steel. Van Helsing.
Oh, he isn't Chappie. I forgot. He's like the bad. Yeah.
Swordfish. Kate Leopold. Hyper underrated movie.
Man, I watched that one just for How Did This Get Made as well, and I'm still the only one that I think that got weirded out that if he's related, if the story is right, he's actually related to Liev Schreiber. If he's an ascendant, he's actually related to Meg Ryan. If Meg Ryan and Hugh at the space-time continuum.
Wait, He's
Okay.
He isn't related to Liev Schreiber.
No, but isn't Liev Schreiber
Or not
say this?
Liev-
Doesn't he say this is my descendant? Doesn't he say that? Doesn't he go like the Leopold
Oh
character?
wait, yeah. So if he's related to Liev Schreiber,
Okay.
then there's no weirdness there. Then,
But if we do the
because-
space-time continuum of Meg Ryan goes back in time with him and they reproduce, eventually Liev Schreiber,
I
and
see
then
what
so
you're saying, I
Liev
see what you're
Schreiber's
saying.
hooking up with Kate or what?
it's a Back to the Future. It's like a reverse Back to the Future situation.
So Back to
Yeah.
the Future lied to us.
I
It's
didn't.
bullshit.
I didn't even think about that,
Yeah.
that element of it. But all
Yeah,
right,
no, yeah. I only watched that for How This Game. What's weird is isn't that a Mangold movie? I think no.
Yes, it
that's
is
the
a
reason.
Mangold
That's the
movie.
reason I was going through his stuff I hadn't seen. That's who it was.
It's a great movie.
We'll see how Indiana Jones is.
I
next
didn't even
week.
realize Bill Hader's in all this shit other than Trainwreck.
Yeah, Inside Out voice. Oh, he helps with the BB-8.
Yeah,
stuff.
he is BB-8. I forgot about that.
I love Adventureland. honestly one of my most rewatched movies of I don't know how long. And Sarah Marshall too.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall is great too.
Those are two of my movies.
Okay. Hugo Weaving, J.K. Simmons, Harrison Ford, Jason Statham. And then my directors, here we go.
See,
Steven Spielberg. So I've watched a lot of Spielberg movies.
He's number one of mine, but it's a lot more though.
I'm sure it is a lot more. Mine are all the classics.
Scorsese's tie. There's a tie.
It's a tie between Scorsese
So
and
you know what?
Spielberg.
He'll be one up because he actually has one this year. So Scorsese will.
Oh,
Killers
yeah.
of the Flower Moon. Yeah. No, before Eastwood took over, I liked him on my four with Scorsese, Spielberg, Soderbergh, and Spike Lee. I liked it when it was those four.
I'll have to check this website out. Lightyear. Lightyear made me sad, and not just
haven't
because
watched
I
that yet.
love the cartoon, but because the movie was objectively stupid. I never watched the end of it. I didn't think it was stupid, but it didn't really catch me either. It didn't grab me. But I didn't think it was bad. I just was disinterested. I love Kate Leopold. As you should. That movie is awesome.
Man, here's two guys that have been in director jail forever that are just. Well, I think it's more of a personal choice from him. Joe Dante just feels like he's never.
What did he do?
Oh, Joe Dante's another '80s hero, like The Burbs, Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, what was the last one he did?
Oh my God, he made like this romantic. Oh, with what's his name who died from Star Trek? Yeah, he made. I think this is what it was. It was a comedy.
Anton something or other.
Yeah, it was. I think that was what his last one. So it's been about 10 years. But I mean, we're talking like Inner Space, Explorers.
Yeah.
Like his first thing was
Howling.
Piranha, the original one. That was like, but yeah, no, yeah, Small Soldiers. Yeah, but yeah, I have him and Carpenter.
See,
back
look,
to back.
Zack Snyder is number 3 on my list.
Yeah, that's.
And that's not even all his films. Then I have Sam Raimi, Alfred Hitchcock. I need to add a lot.
No, I'm behind. Yeah, I
Hitchcock
am too.
should probably be somewhere in the top 3. Oh, I messed up my earphones. Because I watch a lot of his shit. Alright. Quentin Tarantino, Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, I have.
Peter
My
Jackson.
numbers are so high, I can't. Tarantino's impossible to get on mine because he only has 9.
Yeah.
So I can't. He can't pop on mine.
M. Night Shyamalan is on mine. Alright, good for you,
You
Shyamalan.
watch his new one?
Which one was this
Like
new
the
one?
Knock on the Cabin or whatever.
Oh, yes, I did. I did
Yeah.
watch that. It was not bad.
No, it was cool.
It's not
It was
bad.
Batista just,
Yeah, Batista was great in it.
proving he's the best actor of the wrestlers, pretty much like. in what they're
Normally I would have said yes, but I think it's a close battle.
Depending on what type of job they're doing, because I know what you're gonna say.
What?
Are you gonna say Cena?
Yes.
No, yeah, I guess.
mean,
yeah.
Cena had some real moments in Peacemaker, like
No, yeah.
not just being a clown or whatever,
Yeah.
but like real emotional.
No,
heft.
I think those two. Yeah, I will.
So
yeah.
it just depends. Like I like them both. I think for a long time. Hold on, let me try to fix this thing. I think for a long time, I probably would have been like, okay, Batista's the best, but I think Cena's catching up with him. I think Cena is catching up with him.
Because I even have the guy that directs all the DC animated stuff. I've seen so many of those.
Oh, nice.
The only one's like, he had a new one. He did you might like this one. It's on my thing. It's based on what's his name who did. It's from an early '90s one. It's like a Lovecraft
Batman,
one.
the Doom that came to Gotham.
'Cause,
I feel like I saw that on the Voodoo.
Yeah,
pop-up.
it's based on what's his name who did Hellboy way before even kind of Hellboy.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a Lovecraftian one sort of thing.
Okay,
It's
cool.
one of those oddball ones, but I like when they do those sometimes. Like there's the Jack that yeah. So he's made 3 animated Marvel ones I haven't seen.
I don't even know who this dude is. John G. Alva.
Oh, that's like
Marvel
that's the Rocky guy, Rocky and Karate Kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's anyone really knows from my thing. To be honest.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Edgar Wright's on the list.
That's most of his, probably. Yeah.
Probably. I need to update because, like, again, I haven't updated my letterbox, and I was doing it retroactively for everything. Oh, Dario Argento. I've since watched more of his stuff.
I need to actually get
It's
more of it. I know.
Hilarious. He has a hilarious filmography because, like, some of his movies are fucking awesome. I like the original Suspiria and the sequel, this one, Inferno. I like this a lot too, but once you get to movies that he starts doing, like in the 2000s,
Oh yeah.
it is awful, absolutely awful. I need to update those. So let's talk about the studios. This is what originally brought us here. You said they show you which studios you watch.
I think.
most
Oh yeah,
from.
it's at the bottom right. The bottom.
Oh, here it is. Yep, Warner Brothers Pictures, number 1 for me.
It's Sorry, my page. I know it is number 1. Yeah, I got the same top 2. I think.
Warner Brothers, Universal.
Yeah, I thought Fox would have been second for me, honestly.
I mean, these are just 2 companies that
You know,
own
I've
the
noticed
most.
sometimes they split them a little bit too. But if we're just looking at 5, yeah. Oh yeah, I got the same order as you almost. Yeah, swap your last 2.
Wait, Paramount's 3 for me. What's Paramount
Yeah.
is 3 for you? Okay.
No, yeah. So yeah, Columbia. Yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay. So yeah, it is just the last 2 are swapped.
Then you can actually expand it if you want to get weird and like it show. I think it shows up to like 20 or something.
Hairstyling.
Yeah, you know it's
Oh,
cool.
they
People
get really granular
it's-
with this.
Yeah, it's cool. They're credited. You know, I was looking at that too. You know, Zimmer's my number 1 because Williams has not made as many as you'd think in a while.
Yeah.
So Zimmer is easily my number 1 composer. I realized.
I would have assumed it would have been Zimmer for me too. but
Well, you might.
I guess
bet
I
if
just
you-
don't watch as many movies
I-
as you.
I bet if you actually start, maybe you probably
And start
missed a lot.
updating. Yeah, I need to update it a little bit more.
Where's the one cool one that's awesome? The writing, you know, it's funny. Look, my top 2 writing are Joel Cohen and Ethan Cohen. But
Yeah.
because Joel made the new Shakespeare one on his own.
Yeah.
He's actually one up on his brother.
My writer is Stallone. Really?
he wrote a lot of Rocky, man.
But even still, is he really my top writer?
You know what's
I
funny?
guess Creed
Sometimes
2, Expendables, okay.
look at this. They must do story by
God,
as
I'm
well.
such a fucking
There's
meathead.
no way Lucas has actually written 16. He must also just get a.
He got a story by credit or
created
something
by
like that, yeah.
characters. Yeah.
Which, well, then why doesn't he pop up on mine? Above Stallone. Yeah, he's only, like, I only have 11 for Lucas, I guess. How many do you have for Lucas?
16.
You must have some of those TV shows or
Let me
something.
see.
Because I have...
Oh, I started watching some of the young indie. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Willow.
I have Willow on here. And
Oh, I guess he officially
Star
wrote the
Wars.
only good part of the holiday special. Because
Oh.
look, they separated the animated part with Boba Fett.
oh yeah. I don't
'cause-
have that one marked. I should mark that one.
Yeah, I guess some of the you know what's weird, it is only the 6 Star Wars. So yeah, you know, I guess it's that and Willow, which he did write, and American Graffiti. You know, it actually is true. This all is legit writing stuff.
Is
guess-
it free to use Letterboxd? Yes, you can create a
Yeah,
Letterboxd
you just don't
account.
get this though.
Yeah, I
apparently.
guess you have to pay to get access to like these stats. So I just shelled out the $18 for the full year, just because this is kind of I like seeing this stuff. This stats and data tables and whatnot
Nerd
are
shit.
kind of fun, especially when it's about my data.
Yeah, you know what? Look at this shit. We're over here talking about devils. Look who my executive producer. You just can't. I got Weinstein.
Bob and Harvey Weinstein.
I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. That's the executive producer.
Yeah.
He's probably high on mine too. Oh, he's not even on mine. Awesome. I have Stan Lee and Louis Despacito.
Look at this. I actually have Lee and Kirby as my original writers, and Bob Kane, Batman
Bob Kane.
co-creator. Then Ian Fleming and Stephen King. That's hilarious.
Louis Esposito, I guess, is an MCU guy. Because all of those movies and shows, he pops up
Oh
for.
yeah,
So
man, my guy must be making some money.
Victoria.
Oh,
Alonso.
Deakins is getting overtaken.
It's all MCU people that are in my.
Roger Deakins was my number 1 cinematographer, but someone tied him right now. Yeah.
Oh, this is a Warner Brothers guy. Because it's not just DC stuff. It's also
I see some New Line, but the
Nun,
New Line is Warner Brothers, though. It's the
La
same. Yeah.
Llorona, Annabelle, Disaster Artist, awesome. Wedding Crashers, Cellier, awesome. Keanu, San Andreas, Conjuring 2. Okay, so this guy's done some stuff that isn't just Toby Emmerich, of course. Also Warner Brothers.
But the one other thing you need to look on here, which is cool, are these lists.
I have the same for writers, by the way.
Yeah,
With Stan
it's just
Lee,
the-
Jack
yeah,
Kirby, Bob Kane.
Those are just the guys that get credit. Yeah, and I think I have King last. I think the one in the middle there, I have someone else different in the in the 4th spot. But yeah,
It's Larry Leiber, MCU guy. Of
he
course.
created some character. We just got to figure out which character he created. I don't,
Larry Leiber. Let's find out.
God, I'm gonna feel. Oh wait, he showed a lot of the Guardians? Maybe it was one of them. Hey, he's still around. 91. Look at that.
He's 91. Holy shit.
It's about what age?
Lawrence
Stan-
Lieber is an American comic book artist and writer best known for a co-creator of Marvel superheroes
Oh,
Iron Man, Thor, and Ant-Man.
Okay.
Okay, for his long stint both writing and drawing the
Yeah, he
Marvel
drew
Western
a lot of
Rawhide
those.
Kid. Okay. So he is a creator of Iron Man.
Co-created a lot of those with Stan.
Yeah, Iron Man, Thor, and Ant-Man. Cool. And he's still around to fucking rake in the residuals, man. Live it up. Live it up, Larry Lieber.
Just make sure Kirby's family's getting some of theirs
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that too, of course.
Yeah, but the list above this about trying to track these famous lists they've made are kind of fun.
What's ad directing?
Actually, you know, I thought it was maybe I don't know. Yeah, it shouldn't be an assistant.
Additional directing? So like,
Oh yeah, like the second unit stuff
yeah,
when they do
okay,
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that would be more for the blockbuster kind of stuff.
Yeah. And whenever co-directors, I literally only have two. You might not like that's funny. I only have two people named for that.
I don't even have a code.
Yeah, you must not have seen whatever. It's only 5 movies total, so that's why. Like,
I would I have Justice League on my list. I think I would imagine that would have a co-director.
well, I think it must be uncredited probably, or which
Yeah.
you think would just be the second second unit or whatever they call it. But
Oh shit! Hold on a second. I have a whole lot of other
Oh,
shit that
yeah,
I
you
wasn't
can-
looking at.
it's
Set deck, stunts, visual effects, songs, sound, costume design, composers, makeup, hairstyling studios. Okay, still no co-director.
yeah, I guess it would. If it probably kept the order, probably been first on the left. But
And then the worldview. Obviously, it's all America for me. Along with 1 Russia, 15 Chinese, 4 Indian,
Which
one
one-
of which
wait,
has to be RRR.
wait, what's the Middle East one? Or the
This one? United
Oh,
Arab
yeah.
Emirates. What the fuck am I watching for that?
I'm telling you,
Men in Black?
just Men in Black 3 was somehow financed, you know, and
Oh,
that.
Valerian. Oh,
So yeah.
oh, what an awful.
And then talk about another terrible director. Now we know, yeah,
Who directed this one?
Luc Besson.
Oh yeah, that was Luc Besson.
Probably the last,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh man, what a fall from grace this guy had.
Just yeah, we're hearing so much bad stuff about him now too.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that shouldn't be surprising.
no,
to
but
me,
yeah,
but-
it's yeah, it's as bad as most of the other ones you're hearing about.
Oh, what a bummer. I guess I hadn't watched a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, I've only seen probably the top.
Well, I guess I can't be too
I
surprised.
have
by
seen
Luc
that
Besson.
one though. I did watch Valerian.
It's a brutal movie. RRR. Bulbul. Oh yeah, that Netflix one, Bulbul. That was great. Dread?
Yeah,
Why is what?
I think I sometimes just financiers take credit. I don't know.
Dread and Real Steel. Okay, interesting. Interesting to know. 20 Australian films. What do we have?
A lot of George Miller.
3,000 Years of Longing. I like that movie.
I still gotta watch that one.
I really
I
like
know
that a
it's-
lot.
yeah.
2067 sucked. The Invisible Man was not great. Possessor.
Oh, I
was
liked Invisible
interesting.
Man.
I didn't care for it. Upgrade was interesting. Winchester was.
That looked bad. I didn't even watch that one.
Winchester?
Yeah.
This was the. Oh, yeah, I did watch this one. I don't recall disliking it, but it was just standard horror fare. San Andreas, Mad Max, of course, The Babadook. Adore! This was a How Did This Get Made movie. I don't know if you watched this one.
no.
It's fucking wild. It's basic. It's the closest you're gonna get to a movie about incest that's not incest. It's weird. It's weird. It's basically like it's 2 women, like older women, and they both have like young but like adult sons, and then they start hooking up with each other's sons. But they talk about how like we've known these boys since they were kids, and they're neighbors, and it's almost like we raised each other's kids, and blah blah blah. And then they start fucking each other.
Is it worth it for the How Did This Get Made episode? Was
Oh,
that a
for
good
certain,
one?
it's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good. It's a good one.
See, when I think of Australia, I know some of these. Like I know Babadook's Australian.
Yeah.
I know that director. She made another crazy, just disturbing movie. Like you know.
Did she?
Yeah, it was called. Oh, Yeah, that second one, Nightingale.
Nightingale.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
like it's a historical. Yeah, it was.
This is a good one. I need to put it on my
It,
list.
it was. It's got some disturbing, real stuff happening, like violence towards, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's shouldn't hold back,
Okay, I'll add it to my list.
yeah,
Nightingale.
but yeah, I think that, and I think George Miller and
Miller, of course.
You got
I've
a lot
all
of
his
yeah.
shit on here. But Ghost Ship, that was the first movie that I watched for free when I first started working at a movie theater. Ruins I liked.
Was mine Austin Powers 2? That was like the first weekend I was working. That was the first early screening we did, I think. Dating ourselves.
UAE would be Dubai. Yeah, I just didn't know those movies were financed by that. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Why can't rich and famous people just like not? You got to convince more of them to go on submarines, man. I recently watched Flamin' Hot and really enjoyed it. Yeah,
Oh.
you told me about that last time, and I watched the trailer for that. I want to say on Sunday because I was trying to convince Holly to watch it. Because both of us, we're both big fans of that McDonald's movie, The Founder.
Yeah.
And I'm always on the hunt for more movies kind of like that. I want to watch Air.
That's what I'm saying, Devin. This is the year for that type of movie. It's Air, Blackberry, the Tetris one.
Blackberry. The Tetris one I was aware of, and I do want to watch
There's a
that one too.
pinball one even. Oh, and then we got the one that almost feels not like it, but the whole one about the GameStop thing with Seth Rogen about the whole short.
Oh, the short.
No, Devin, I was trying to say.
Hold on a second. Blackberry? Is that the name of the
That's
movie?
what I'm saying. It's the one with Glenn from Sunny. It's with Jay Bersh.
Oh, yeah, you were just
This
talking
is like
about
my
that.
number 3 movie of the year so far. Favorite. This was legit great. I'm not just saying it because I like the yeah.
Wait, what is? Hold on a second.
Yeah, what can I do for you? Okay, picture a cell phone and an email machine.
Oh, it's actually
Glenn
It's
straight up-
actually about the BlackBerry phone.
Glenn-
Okay.
Is a trooper. I remember because I watched the podcast for Sunny. That is not a bald cap. He straight up shaved his head
Really?
down, all the way
That's
down
funny.
to get
Okay.
that look. Yeah, to get to look like the real guy. No, this movie was great. You got some, yeah,
Let's see. Eva Longoria debut as director.
yeah. She did the flaming one.
Hey, what's a good site for getting sound effects for video making? Site. I saw that BlackBerry. That was a crazy one. Site for making. I'm sorry. You said a good site for getting sound effects for video making. What kind of sound effects are you talking about? Like, this is definitely a question for Justin, more than me. But I can ask Justin. You know what? I'll text him and see if he responds. And he could definitely have a better answer for you than I can get you. What's a good site? I will spell it correctly. Site for getting sound effects for video making. Alright. So this is this his directorial debut, or is this just him
he's
acting?
actually, yeah. The guy that's probably third building this is the guy that directed it.
There is a free
That guy,
internet
yeah.
signal all across North
Wait, is that?
No, that guy's like a small, like he's.
There is a free
I don't think you know him. Like,
He looks a lot like Rob Hubble, I think.
oh yeah.
internet signal all across North America, and nobody has figured out how to use it.
Is that Jay Burke?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, yeah, the lead. Yeah, Glenn's pretty much kind of
Have you
cool.
seen Star Wars?
No.
I didn't realize BlackBerry started like in the mid '90s. Like the whole thought of
I don't think it's sketchy.
The guy's a shark.
I know how to market it, and I know who we can sell it to. But I want 50% of the company.
I think it's funny he shaved his head in that haircut.
he did. Yeah. I mean, oh, good. Yeah, it had lots of good sound drop. Obviously, needle drops, but not annoyingly.
Yeah,
but
I
like
probably
mid '90s.
can't play too much of that
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
The only
but
funny joke I made
I
about
get the
it.
sense of it.
The only funny joke I remember about it was it takes place in the mid '90s, and one of the opening scenes has him pulling up with punk music playing, and it's a Canadian. Oh, it's a big Canadian story, and I'm like, I laughed about how you have to know about old Fat Record stuff, like the Fat Wreck label. They play a No Effects song instead of Propaganda, which was like the more famous Canadian punk one. I was just like, oh, they were right there. You could have
Yeah.
played Propaganda. No, but that movie does end with the it's you know it shows in the trailer. It's going to the invention of iPhone. That's where the movie's leading to.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
shows it eventually in the trailer too. But I know the movie like ends with a great song, and it's so obvious you almost want to like, because I know what the song was when I heard it. And if you watch the movie, you'll get what the song is. Yeah, but I did enjoy that one a lot. Be sure to check that one out.
So
Wait,
I watched one movie from Senegal.
I watched that recently.
Yes.
Yeah, because that was up for the Chainsaw, the Fangoria thing. So yeah,
I liked it. I liked
Yeah.
it a lot.
it was a cool little one.
This was a cool one. Yeah, if you're, I would recommend this to all of you watching. Check this one out. This is a good one. I'm just trying to catch movies from places I didn't suspect. Stardust was Iceland. Okay, I like Stardust. That's a classic, right? Ireland.
Do you have City of God for Brazil?
The Green Knight. City of God. Oh, jeez, did I even watch that one? I
Oh,
feel like I
yeah.
may have watched something from Brazil called. Is that the one about the kids?
Yeah.
Ooh, that movie was brutal.
Yeah.
I don't think I marked it.
I mean,
but I
early,
did watch it.
I remember early because I came out in 2000. I remember for several years it was called the best movie of the century so far. It's dropped down a little bit, but it's still, it's still probably pretty up there.
That movie was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
The Green Knight, which I liked.
Very.
Gretel
Hey,
and
two
Hansel.
atmospheric movies. Like,
Yeah, I liked the Green Knight more than Gretel and Hansel. Extraordinary was fun.
Yeah.
Frank, I can't remember. I know what it's about.
The Fassbender, the
Yeah,
helmet, the mask the
Fassbender
whole
with the big
time.
thing. Yeah, and he was like in a band or something.
Yeah.
I have vague memories of it, so I don't really know if I liked it or not. See what my Brazil movies are. The
Oh,
Witch
he must
and
have
The
he
White
must have
House.
someone from there helping, like Eggers. Then he's got those two. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I watched City of God for certain, but and also watched Elite Squad. Another. Brazil
Oh
movie.
yeah. That's one of their other big ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to Uruguay. Oh, I like this one. The Last Matinee. I saw that at a film fest. This is a pretty good one. It's kind of like a throwback to classic horrors. Did I just hear?
Yeah.
All right, let me check on the cat.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second. You can talk to the chat.
Oh no! Don't put me in charge.
You're in charge of chat.
What else has come out this year? Oh yeah, that's Cinefix channel. I haven't watched them in a while, but I used to watch their stuff a lot. I think was it IGN bought Cinefix out, I think, but it hasn't really changed. But yeah, they talk about a lot of foreign. That's how you discovered a lot of good foreign stuff from that place. They're pretty good about that. I'm gonna click on Brazil myself on mine. As well. Yeah.
All right, she's all right.
Okay. Hey, I answered one thing.
Oh, you have?
Well, it's mentioned they realized they found City of God from a YouTube channel, Cinefix.
Oh,
Talks,
okay.
they do countdowns, and if you want to think you haven't seen a lot of like famous foreign stuff, watch them because they do these cool count. And the cool thing is their countdowns aren't necessarily when they're doing 10-1.
Yeah.
They'll find a reason to show different styles, you know. So the numbering part sometimes doesn't really matter.
I
But
think we've established that I'm not exactly spending a lot of time watching foreign films.
yeah, no, but it's not. But they'll do a thing of like you'll discover some cool old stuff like or just in general. But yeah, you said you got Cinefix.
I am pure meathead cinema over here, so I definitely need to culture myself a little bit more.
I haven't seen a lot. I still try to catch up myself. I can't click on the countries on my phone the same way because the pop-up happens, so I can't.
Oh, really?
I can't. I was gonna check my Brazil's.
Wait, what does it do?
Well, it kind of like. Oh, I should close it out. I have to go all the way. Yeah, I gotta go all the way back now. Profile and stats.
You know what? Hold on. Do you remember your login?
No.
Oh well, never mind.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah. I mean, I can look at. I can click on everything else besides the country part, though.
Well, okay, so
But just in general, yeah. I'm just trying to think of
let's see what other
random. Is all your New Zealand just Lord of the Rings stuff? Probably.
Yes, and some other. I'll click on that in a second. Only God Forgives. Oh, I guess I should
God.
probably put Drive in there.
What was my review for Only God Forgives back then was for those who thought Gosling spoke too much in Drive, watch God Only Forgives.
That movie was, and I had issues with Drive too, but Drive was entertaining. This was not.
He made like a 10-hour Amazon series recently. I haven't watched. I don't know.
Did
Yeah, I don't know if it's similar.
Okay, so New Zealand for me is Black Christmas, Jojo Rabbit, Lord of the Rings, What We Do in the Shadows, Hobbit.
Oh, so it's pretty much
District
Taika,
9. It's Taika, Neil,
Taika and Peter Jackson.
I guess Neil Blomkamp or whatever.
That's where you thought it'd be the South. I thought for sure when I saw South Africa on your map that was going to be it, but it's probably just someone else putting some money in.
The Last Samurai.
Hey,
Interesting.
yeah, I mean,
I love that movie. I'll defend it to my
yeah,
death.
no, I'm not. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant.
But
you
no,
know,
I
just
thought, I didn't know they did it in New Zealand. 6 South African films. The Empty Man, that sucked. Dark Tower, that was brutally bad.
There's an Australian crossover.
Mad Max, okay. Chappie, that makes sense. And I guess District 9 also lives. It lives in both places.
Third movie? Oh, Elysium. That's the other one. I was trying to think of that guy's third movie.
Oh, yeah. How is that not on my... How is that not
I'm
on
telling you,
my
man,
thing?
you're just gonna have to spend some time just.
It is.
Oh, just not find it. That's weird. This is where the country part doesn't seem as cool because that's
it
financing
just
from a place.
Yeah, kind of misses some things here. and
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Hey, where's his unmade Alien movie, which everyone freaked out about, but it was just concept art. I'm not saying I wouldn't have loved seeing a Alien 3,
Yeah.
but also I'm also an Alien 3 defender. I as much as I would love to see a new version, I am thumbs up. I saw Alien 3 in the theater a few years ago. I love it. I'm not just
Chappie
saying.
gets around
Oh,
from
kinda a lot of
Mexico
people.
also.
There's the Wicker Man
Wicker
remake.
Man. Yeah, okay, now that I have access to this stats page, I think I'm gonna mess around with Letterboxd a little bit more. Argentina. Last matinee. And
Oh,
Terrified.
you've seen Terrified.
this
I
was
can-
a good one.
I could not get Crystal to watch this one just because the poster alone. I'm like, damn it.
Really? That?
Yeah, I don't know, but I've told her. Yeah, and that was actually. You know what? This might have been on a Cinefix countdown thing too at one point or something.
Oh, really?
Or maybe some sort of. Yeah. And she was just like, oh no. It was just like.
I liked it. It wasn't.
I think that played at Fantastic Fest my first year, and I missed it because that first year I went to that festival,
Yeah.
I did not go in prepared to know what I was doing. I would have loved to have seen that one in the theater with it. Like, yeah.
Wait, that's not India.
Should be next. They're not like they don't have a disconnect thing, do they? Like that?
Maybe. I guess they do. China, Thailand. Is this Bangkok Dangerous? Yep. They should put the original on here too because I watched that. I watched them both. I watched the original and I watched the Nick Cage remake.
Nicholas.
The original is obviously much better, but I stand for Nick Cage. So
What did I feel like I just watched something Nick Cage recently for a newish. I don't know.
Malaysia. What's going on, Malaysia? Color Out of Space, another Nick Cage.
Saw that at Fantastic Fest.
This was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah.
And that's tough
Lovecraftian.
because, I mean, literally Lovecraft. It's a Lovecraft story. But it's hard to adapt Lovecraft stories for film, but they did a good job on this
No,
one.
you know, it's funny, like, this past Fantastic Fest was the first time I've gone to that festival. I didn't watch a Nick Cage movie at midnight, and I'm sad. Oh, hey, I don't want to keep beating the dead horse, but just don't look up this guy now either. Not long after Color Out of Space came out, there was news about
Richard Stanley?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. I just saw him and I'm like, oh, okay, never
Well,
mind.
his big thing was he was supposed to make I Want a Dr. Moreau, and it got taken away from him.
What did he do?
It was just more sexual, I think. Yeah, but Hardware is actually a cool, like, kind of dystopia, like
Isn't this like a
apocalypse. Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. This is something I got from My Love Video. Which, by the way, Devin, did you know what's happening on the July 1st? The We Love Videos reopening.
Yeah, you told me that. We
Yep,
love videos.
July 1st. We're a week away from having a video store again.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I might go volunteer to go help them finish sorting. Like,
That would be cool. That
I don't
would
know
be
how
good
those
to do.
movies are gonna fit in that room.
Dylan McDermott.
Yeah, it's him. That's
You
probably
know, when that whole Dylan Mulvaney situation blew up,
kept hearing that.
because it was like I had no fucking clue who that
Yeah,
was.
I didn't either. Yeah.
So like in my mind, I had just like a swirl of
Dylan
like Dylan Mulvaney, Dylan McDermott, Dermot Maroney. I was like, what's happening? Like who is this person? Like, so it took me even now when I hear Dylan McDermott, I think of like Dylan Mulvaney or Dermot Maroney.
Yeah, that's joke's always been about those two actors.
Those two, but now I've got this random person thrown in.
But thinking back, no, my first Fantastic Fest, I saw Cage's mom and dad at midnight with that
Oh,
crowd.
I like
That
that
was
movie.
great. And then the next year, he made some weird one about him being like a trucker. I doubt it's even a Cage one you've seen. It's the one where he eventually gets so weird. There's a sex scene where Cage is having sex with another character, and he pulls out a book called The Poetry of Nicolas Cage and reads it as the sex scene happens. And you're like, this is awesome. Like, what? I'm not making this up either. You almost think I'm delirious after watching 12 hours of movies in one day. I'm making this up. I'm not.
He is all in on the shtick of his
He knows
persona.
he's having fun, yeah,
And
that's what's
he's having
great.
fun. He's making money off of it. Like I liked that movie he did with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, that's why. That was the
Like-
culmination of everything.
Yeah, like I thought, and it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. It was great fun.
Did you watch Mom? Did you ever see Mom and Dad though?
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was a
it
good
yeah.
movie too. I liked
that. Was just I love that Selma Blair pretty much got up to his level, and like she was like, I'm gonna do this too, like crazy.
You have no choice. Sideways. Didn't know that had anything to do with Hungary, but this
Yeah.
is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I just rewatched that recently. It's been a while. Yeah.
I like this movie a lot. I want more movies like it. Like any suggestions that are similar in
Hey,
vein to
there's
this.
there's a similar. I don't know how accurate. There's a similar feature usually on here too. Sometimes you scroll down below some of the reviews and
Similar films?
Yeah, I don't know how accurate some of
Oh,
this is.
Bridesmaids definitely not. Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
That's
I
an
feel
Alan
like.
movie. That's a Woody movie.
Oh, okay, well, that's off the list. Crazy Stupid Love, no. Bridget Jones' Diary.
I like Crazy Stupid Love.
It's complicated. Wedding Crashers. Okay.
Nancy
well,
Meyer. Yeah.
let's see.
They just took the
Sex and
romance
the City.
aspect.
Yeah, they're just like, I hate High Fidelity. I don't
Screw
care what
you.
anyone- I don't care what anyone
It's
says.
my favorite book of all
Can't
time.
well, book is probably
It's my
different.
fourth favorite
I
movie.
just can't. It's just so fucking whiny.
That's the point. He
I
writes
know,
his characters
I know.
as terrible people.
I know, but it's like that doesn't mean I want to watch it for
It's my
2
favorite
damn
author.
hours.
I love
When
Nick
Harry
Horn-
Met Sally, good movie.
I love Nick Hornby.
Lost in Translation.
It's like
good.
About a Boy. It's the same thing he made with About a Boy, like Hornby.
Did I watch About? I know I didn't watch About. I watched the other movie where he's a crazy old man. I did see I Love You, Man. I'm gonna fucking mark that. Add that to my list of. Let's see. Notting Hill. God, this movie was fucking dumb. Garden State. Didn't watch that of the year. Las Vegas. Hangover. Hangover. Really? I guess maybe the road trip aspect is similar to.
Oh, Wonder Boys. Hey, if you've never seen Wonder Boys, it was never able to do digitally, and I just added it to my Vudu. It has never been available till like last week.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's it's funny. It's got original Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Iron Man in it. No. This is something me and Martin watched together in my bedroom in my old childhood home,
Yeah.
in like the year 2000. Where's one moment we laughed so loud we woke my parents up. It's not like that. It's really like a drama. It's not even a drama, but it's it's just not a goofball comedy, but it's it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, I added it to my watch list.
Yeah, but it's great. Yeah,
Oh.
it's Downey before his. He was probably in that midst of doing the Ally McBeal kind of not sober.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Rushmore, have you seen?
No, it started today.
Oh, I thought it was up.
No.
Oh,
It might
okay.
be this week. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Are you gonna go see it?
Yeah, we were gonna maybe try to. I didn't buy a ticket yet, but we're gonna try to find time this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I feel a certain way about like. his aesthetic, but
And there's About a Boy on there. It's funny. I was just talking about Hornby.
where's it at? I can't.
Down About a Boy, just in a young baby Nicholas Holt. Yeah, one over left. No, left. Sorry. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. 2002.
Yeah, look at little baby Nicholas Holt.
I'm
He should be. I don't think he should be Batman. I think he should
I don't
be
think he should-
Luther. I think he'd make a great Luther.
Wait, Batman. I thought,
Well, he
I
was
thought they were
apparently-
talking about him as Superman.
No, I was here. Oh no, sorry, you're right. Yeah, we already have. Yeah, they're not even. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because he was the runner-up for the new Batman. He's been the runner-up for a couple things lately.
I don't know if.
He could do a Lex maybe. He was so good in The Menu. Did you watch The Menu?
I did watch
He's
The
the
Menu,
most terrible. Like,
I
ever
did watch The
proved.
Menu.
Yeah.
That movie was.
That was a fantastic movie too. Yeah.
I don't know, like, which. As far as movies that have like a critique of class consciousness, I don't know which one I like more.
It was a year for that last year with that and Triangle of Sadness.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know
Yeah.
which one I like more, either The Menu or Triangle of Sadness, because Triangle of Sadness benefits from having Woody Harrelson in it.
Him and his
always
Russian. No, I saw that at Fantastic Fest. I swear I'm gonna stop saying that if I just keep coming across movies because I saw both of them. But no, whenever like the bad stuff happens and they start playing the Refuse during the storm, the shape. Which, by the way, you see me joke about it when I rewatched Bear. How like that's the
Yeah. The
not to
intro.
spoil anything, but they do it again. This one, did you hear the whole song finally? It was like because the first
That was
they
an
teased it with
interesting
that.
thing. Yeah, you never hear the whole song, but that's all. I kind of like the fact that you didn't hear.
Yeah,
it annoyed me at first, but then I like kind of like.
But
I get it.
so yeah, when I saw it, but Woody Harrelson and the Russian in Triangle of Sadness is like just going off to they're talking about capitalism and they're like,
Yeah.
so,
No,
God,
that was
it's
a great.
so
that was a
good.
great scene. I think Holt would do great as Lex.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
Yes.
Holt and Renfield. I watched Renfield the other night.
I did. I liked him. Didn't like. That's why I saw Cajun. I was like, what did I watch Cajun recently? Yeah.
I liked both of them in that movie. It was a weird movie. It wasn't like, I don't think it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a bad movie, but it was just kind of like, okay.
It's further down my list for this. Yeah.
But I liked Holt in it, and I
Yeah.
liked Cage in it too. Cage did a good enough Bela Lugosi impersonation.
I was like,
I'm not down on Nicholas Holt. He just kind of has a weird look about him. Like, I don't know. He just seems a little. Maybe it's not fair for me to say, but he seems a little malnourished looking. Like he's a little skinny. He's a little scrawny. I don't want to
put him in a suit and make him Lex. Then I don't know.
put him in a suit and make him. It could be Lex. I don't know. I mean, I've also kind of like
Played Beast.
he did play Beast, but like he's not my favorite Beast. But I don't know. Maybe he could do well in that role. I don't know. Like I saw a few names they tossed out for Superman, potential Superman castings, and
I don't remember. Or they were kind of more unknown, were they? Or
I can't recall. I wasn't super enthused.
You know,
by
looking
any
back
of
to,
them.
I remember when Cavill got it, and I remember actually texting my dad because he was on like some Showtime like period drama, and I remember I texted dad like, "Hey, do you remember so and so character from this show?" And he was like, "I think so." Like he's Superman. I just remember. I remember doing that. That's probably like 2010 or something like that when that happened.
Yeah, I didn't have any fucking clue who he was when he was cast. But, you know, that's the thing. So, I don't have a very strong connection to quote-unquote the Snyderverse or all of that. And I never
back on
really...
this.
No,
I know, I'm just playing out.
Like,
We have
but
not, yeah.
it's just a point that I'm going to make about, like, I never cared for Man of Steel. Didn't give a shit about, you know, his cameo in Black Adam. Didn't really care about the acrimony about him losing the Superman role and all of that sort of stuff. But when I did watch The Flash and, you know, they're showing the Zod stuff and they're alluding to Superman and Sasha Kali, Supergirl, is there, and she did great and all, but there was a moment where I was like, I wish I could see Henry Cavill.
Didn't they film, I heard?
I think they did, and they cut it. But I was like, it would have been a nice send-off, if nothing else, if we had just gotten to see, him in that role one last time. He never really had a chance to really fully embrace the Superman character the way that I guess people want to see him embrace that character. Like you said in Man of Steel, he was pounding the shit out of people, snapping necks.
I still liked him. I still like him in it though.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he was great. Like, he needs a new agent.
The one thing I did joke, I didn't want to quote to it. I thought about screenshot and I didn't. Like, I guess when the anniversary happened, someone's like, "Oh, the best ever live action Lois we've ever had," and I wanted to go, "No, she didn't. She wasn't cute and called them Smallville. That's automatic disqualification." I said, that's my one thing I need with the new one. I need anything, and I also said, you know what? She might have done it in those movies. I don't remember. I'm just going to assume, but I just need those two. I need that from the. I'm still
partial to Terry Hatcher.
I never did watch that back then or anything. Yeah,
I was a super fan of that show when I was a kid. I loved it.
I just saw.
I'm sure if I go back and watch it now, it's not gonna hold up.
I think they're on Max.
Are they? Are they really?
Yeah, there's like the whole DC tab you can look at, but yeah, no, I that's why the Lois names are interesting because what's her name from Marvelous Miss Maisel's coming up?
Yeah,
and I'm like, I think she could nail it. I don't know a lot of the other actresses that name, but yeah, I thought Rachel Bromison, I think it's, yeah. Like, I was like, I see her being like all smart-assy and calling him Smallville. It's like, I think I see that.
Oh man, 2% of the top 250
I'm not as high on that as I should either.
Misogynist confirmed.
Yeah, you probably have some you haven't marked yet, but I don't know. Yeah.
No, I hate broads, and I'm not gonna watch their shit.
I should see what mine are just to see. Because you can do a thing where you can hide the unwatched and senior. Oh, there's City of God on top. Because, yeah, that was co-directed by, that's funny. Oh, Portrait. Yeah.
I did see City of God. I'm going to mark it.
Recently, I think Portrait of Lady on Fire, like on that newest Sight and Sound where the critics do the thing, I think it ended up number 30 of all time. Like, it's just like a I actually just bought After Sun on the Vudu. I haven't watched it yet, though. Oh, Past Lives is the one I just watched in the theater. When we're talking about how it's okay to go see a huge comic book thing and see that. I think I saw Transformers 2 days before that. Yeah. Persepolis is actually looks just like the comic too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2007. Petite. I feel like I've probably seen.
Farewell's really good. That one right there. It's like a dramedy one. Yeah. It's like if you want to see Awkwafina actually do like actual acting and drama.
Wasn't she also in Renfield? I think that was her in Renfield.
Oh, yeah. She was, yeah.
I like Awkwafina.
Yeah. That was a nice one. Have you utilized? You know how to utilize the watch list? You can just like.
Actually, I should do.
See, the thing is, what's weird? I don't do that with mine because I make individual lists. But if I ever just need to do something fast, I will.
I need to get into a habit of like actually looking at my letterbox on my app. That's the problem. So like you were saying earlier, like the consecutive days you're supposed to mark them as you.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. If I see something I want to watch, I just watch it and then I forget all about it.
I mean, every year when the start of the year happens, I try to do a what might come out this year, sort of thing.
I don't like where this is going.
Hey, that's like the no, but it's
I'm sure it's not.
No. It's like the first like major movie directed by a black woman. I think is what that. Yeah, that's.
Is it?
Yeah. There's like a thing of there's like a.
1996. It took that long.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that. I just mean I don't know. I don't mean to say first, but there's something. Yeah.
Cheryl, a young black lesbian, works a day job. Oh, that reminds me of what did I watch with Whoopi Goldberg?
Eddie? I don't know. I'm just like
what?
Eddie? Ghost?
No.
Coming to America?
It was
not coming. Not coming. Made in America.
It was a drama.
Color Purple. That's the only thing I can think of.
I'll look it up in a second.
She was the wife of what's his name who was assassinated in what was the one where Edgar's got his name?
Oh, this is my watch list.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that myself.
There we go. Can you just type in an actor's name?
Yeah. Make sure you spell it right, because they won't. Sometimes I put movies I know they're in.
Yeah.
Like if I couldn't think how to spell it, I just put Ghost. Now click the top star. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Let's see.
Ghost. Oh, is it Till? Did you watch the new? I didn't know I haven't watched that yet.
No, I didn't watch that. It was an older movie.
Okay.
I watched it thinking it was gonna be ridiculous because like sometimes I watch a movie from the '90s and I'm like, all right, let's see all the things that are like, you know, that don't hold up well or that are very, very not okay in today's society. Let's watch that and see what happens. And I was expecting to see some stuff from it, but it actually held up really well and was pretty enjoyable watch.
You know, the other thing I love sorting these things by like date.
Boys on the Side, that's what it was.
Oh, you know what's funny? Okay, something else useful on here. People make lists. I have it favorited, so I always know it's there.
Yeah.
They make lists of when things are leaving streaming services.
Okay.
That's about to leave one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also get your left thing set up of all the things you subscribe to, so it pops up.
God damn, that's okay. I'll have to configure that
Yeah.
later.
No, yeah, I think that's leaving some service for free, and I was going to try to maybe watch it before the end of the month, because I've actually never watched that from back then.
Yeah. This site's a little out of control.
It's funny how huge, yeah. They wrote in that new thing when they redid the algorithm about, you know, changing the stats.
Yeah.
They're like, we started 10 years ago with just a few thousand people, and, you know, and now, yeah. Heartbreak Kid's great. It's a Charles Grodin, like, early in What's-Her-Face, and Sybil Shepherd, like, they remade it with the Farrelly brothers did it, like, with Ben Stiller, like, a decade ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never watched that one, but this movie is actually also a hard movie to find. Oh, maybe it's actually on Amazon finally now, because I know it was kind of like an impossible thing to...
You have Prime, though? Like,
Yeah.
it's easy enough to just look up something on Prime and see if it's there or not. Like,
I mean, yeah, you know, it says it's using that Just Watch app, because I have that,
Yeah.
that's that other website
yeah, I have that app, too.
It's sometimes can be slightly off.
You know
I've
another
noticed on
app I
here.
use a lot?
Oh, God, I see a few Kelly Reichardt movies right there.
Wait, who?
Kelly Reichardt, she's made like Wendy and Lucy, which is a sad one she uses Michelle Williams a lot. If you scroll down, I saw 2 with Michelle Williams. First Cal's one of hers, but then that Wendy and Lucy one. She actually had a new movie that came out just a month or 2 ago, and I missed it because they took away our indie theater in this town. I'm still sad about that.
Yeah.
I was telling Crystal, I'm like, that was a movie I wouldn't have missed because it would have shown up there. Stuff does not play in the other theaters that long, the small stuff. That theater was strictly those movies.
Doesn't Violet Crown play indie movies?
I forgot that place existed because I'm thinking about driving the downtown. It's small. No,
Fair
I
enough.
really forgot
Fair
that.
enough.
I forgot that place existed. I hadn't been there in like 10 years. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
No, I should keep it in mind though. I should.
Yeah. Oh man.
There's all I
Okay.
saw. Some of the women you can knock out is probably Sophia Coppola. When I saw, look, some of you know saw Skinamarink.
Brutal. I mean, I saw it. I should add it to
I
my
know.
list.
I watched Missing. It's like the same concept as the other one, the Searching one with John Cho, where it's all on a computer.
Missing?
Mhm.
Oh, this one. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh shit! You could really fall into a letterbox rabbit hole.
Yep.
Huh?
Oh yeah, and sometimes they do special things. Like I noticed, I haven't watched even the last season of Black Mirror, but yeah, they put those on here, I guess, because they're kind of special things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even watched the last season yet of that show.
I haven't watched Black Mirror in a while, so I need to
Yeah.
get on that. Like, there's a lot. Did you watch or pay attention at all to the Netflix To Doom event?
I don't know what that is.
It's an event that they do where they just show a shit ton of trailers for all of their upcoming releases. So,
I guess they have a lot of stuff.
oh yeah, of course.
Their
they're Netflix.
movies just never were that. It's the only movies.
depends.
No, they're
Weren't
award.
you
The,
the
one
one
the
saying
ones they
that-
put out at the end of the year for the awards sometimes are good that they buy, but everything else throughout the years, like I didn't. No, I don't like to make. I don't like the shit talk things I haven't seen, but I hear that new Jennifer Lopez one, action one, is not good. And I didn't watch the one.
But you watched Extraction too. You were the one
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about
I
it.
did. Yeah, I
yeah.
did
You
wa-
said it was
okay.
good.
Yeah, okay. I think it's because yeah.
Hey, look, Extraction 3 announced. They're really going
Doing
to
those
drive that
Squid
into
Games.
the ground, huh?
Like I didn't watch the one about Jonah Hill marrying the Eddie Murphy, like the remember it was like he was marrying a black girl and the you meet like the parents are like Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's
I forgot what it was. I didn't,
something. Please, some or whatever.
Oh, is
like
it
that?
These People? Or,
These people or you people or something
or
like that?
Yeah, people,
yeah.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch that either.
God, they were really gonna make a Squid Games game.
Which
Just
defeats the purpose. Like, I don't like that.
Oh my god.
I don't like that. I mean, honestly, I don't even like that there's going to be a season 2 of Squid Game. To be honest.
That guy actually got to direct something else. I saw it. Fantastic. Yeah, like a
Did he?
cool little, like a Korean, like kind of thriller cop one.
I love Squid Game. Like Squid Game. Oh man, Squid Game is. It was awesome. It was fun. It was well directed.
You People. Yeah, someone reply. Yeah, confirm that movie was called You People.
Oh yeah, You People. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks terrible.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't. Yeah.
As it did. I mean, Squid Game just had like a really awesome. To me, it had an awesome ending, where he's in the hospital bed, or the guy's in the hospital bed, and they're like making the bet about like the people. I mean, it had such great messages, great critique on capitalism, basically. I felt like it ended just fine, and I don't like the fact that they're bringing it back for a season 2. I don't know. I mean, it could be great. It probably will be still good, but I felt like sometimes I feel like it's better served just kind of leaving it where it is.
Just thinking about this, I've been finding stuff. The one thing Netflix does do, because I think they realized where they could definitely make their mark, they have been releasing a lot of Korean and also Japanese. There's a few I've watched so far this year. Like there was, what was it now?
Start rattling names. I've got my letterbox ready to go.
Yeah, let me find. Now this one's an easier list.
Because you also you told me about One Cut of the Dead, and that's like one of my top.
Seeing that with the crowd.
Oh, I can't imagine. That's
Because
like top 5 favorite
They
movies.
came and introduced us to us. And they said we were sent this movie for the festival with a note saying, please watch the whole thing and don't give up after the first 30 minutes. There's a reason. Because that movie is made in 3 parts for a reason.
Yeah.
The first third is something, the second, and then the third, you see it all happen. And the way everyone's almost like cheering watching the last third.
Oh, yeah, the last act of the movie.
Because the first third just looks like a terrible zombie movie.
Yeah. And you're literally watching it like, what am I watching?
But they came and warned us, like, everyone at a festival, you gotta just trust us on this.
It was awesome. I loved watching that movie. So yeah, and that's fun. The funny thing is, like, I've kind of soured on Japanese cinema over the years because like it can be super hit or super miss. But I'm ready for any suggestions if you think that they're worth watching.
This one was there was. This one kind of gives me like not real Squid Games, but it's like. She's like a normal mom, but there's this thing where there's almost like a John Wick like hitman kind of show thing, like, and she's the most famous one of them.
Okay, so this is definitely Korean.
Yeah, that one. But I'm trying to. Yeah, there was a few, or maybe it's on.
Oh, I've seen this on. I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen the thing on Netflix.
Was pretty. You know what? Maybe I haven't watched the other ones yet. I think I was about to. It's on my list to do. I thought I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost watched it, but then I was like, I'll watch something else.
Maybe it's I can look at to watch my. Okay, yeah, there were. Oh yeah. This one is. It's not. Is it Thai? I'm trying to remember. Let me before I do something. Yeah. There's a Thai one about like another like a working in a kitchen called Hunger.
Oh, I saw that too. I mean, I didn't watch.
Yeah. It's on my maybe to watch list.
You
let
Japanese, me know how that is.
This one looks more like a lighthearted sort of.
Call me
line.
Chihiro.
Yeah, this one just looks like a lighthearted. I sometimes go to list of like what's the best review things of a year. Just put it on a maybe list. I don't end up watching everything, but I put it on a maybe list.
Yeah. Unapologetic former sex worker starts working at a bento stand. I'm sold. I'm sold. Did I talk to you about a taxi driver?
Yeah. It's one of his I've never seen. Oh. He had a great movie last year, a song, Kang Ho. It was about like he works at a adoption place, or no, a place where you drop off kids for like when you don't want them. I don't know how much the description gives. So if you, it wasn't by director. I meant what's the name? Who's the lead actor?
Oh, the actor.
Yeah, one of my who's like the most famous Korean. Song Kang Ho, like. Who's now become the most famous.
Oh yeah, for certain.
Yeah,
as well he should be.
He's in all the Broker's the one I saw last year. It's a sweet thing about found family almost.
Broker?
Yeah, it's the one right to the left.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just Is it go how? I don't want to say too much. Yeah, he's a volunteer at a church.
Laundrette and a volunteer by church where his friend Dong Soo works. The two run an illegal business together. Okay.
Yeah,
occasionally still babies. Oh god. Right.
Yeah,
I'm down.
The ones where like they it's the baby box where they don't want it, and then what they do is pretty much instead of like letting the church deal with it, they go give them to families they think deserve more, but they do take money for it, and you pretty much follow them with one kid. They do, yeah. It's about found family. They go. It's a road trip movie. Very, yeah. I
Okay.
saw that like last year. Yeah.
I mean, I love this dude.
Yeah,
so
no.
I'll watch it for certain. I should watch everything on This Is Sunny. I did watch this one.
JSA is one of the few Park Chan-wook movies I haven't seen. I remember the trailer for this movie when it came out, and I was like, "This looks like the craziest thing: the good, the bad, and the weird."
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It is insane. Which one was you talking about?
Well, that JSA, the army-looking one, that's like one of the only few Park Chan-wook movies I haven't seen.
Okay.
Those are the two. Those are the two most major directors for that country, for sure.
Damn, this dude
Bong
was in
and
a
Park.
lot of shit.
Yeah, he's their biggest. Yeah, he's got to be their biggest guy. I mean, the top four right there are all Bong. Yeah, the top four are Bong, and then it's Park. There's Park. Like, yeah, it's like he's worked with the two biggest directors.
No, but I'm telling all of you out there, I don't know who's still watching. Vince, I know you're watching still. Thank you for sticking around. I hope this letterbox shit is entertaining to you, Vince. I'm having
See,
fun.
this is your
but-
problem. The last no. Do you remember the last time you had a normal show at the old house? It was like you told me, hey, talk about the movies that are coming out. And we were like, yeah, Birds of Prey's about to come out. I was like, I finally get to see Renee Montoya on screen. You know, I just remember like going over a few things like that. And then like 2 weeks later, everything.
Yeah.
You left and went to the other.
I went to down to Holly's. And just like everything shut down.
Yep.
You know, but like I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun, and like I want to watch these movies, and I want more people to watch this movie.
But
watch this movie.
it'll
This
be-
movie is fucking great.
I think it was Jim Cummings lately on Twitter just said, we'll never have enough time to watch all the movies we ever want to watch. Like, and this site's making it so much worse. Because you're just, you're finding more stuff you want to do.
The funny thing is, like, during the pandemic years, I watched a shit ton of movies.
You mean when you walked out of you walked out of the door and said, see you guys in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll probably be back. I'm like, I'll probably be back in a couple
We
weeks.
thought we were going to lock down and kill it in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that was... All right, you're getting me into a
Sorry.
mindset. No, it's not a sorry sort of thing, because, like, it's interesting to think about, because, like, yeah, we all thought, like, March of 2020, we all thought, damn, pandemic. We're gonna at the most it's gonna be a month, but we're gonna lock up. It's gonna come, it's gonna pass, and then we're gonna go back, and it's gonna be normal. And then like a month pass,
And nothing changed.
and then another month pass, and then here's what it is. So okay, I'm gonna switch it to the big view because now we're about to talk. So after a couple months, it was Memorial Day, and at this point, like the first month of lockdowns and whatnot, I was really depressed and struggling and all of that. By the time Memorial Day came around, I was starting to kind of feel used to it all, but that was also when George Floyd was killed.
I thought you might. Somehow that came to my mind too, because I remember everyone doing that mass. Yeah.
Well, when that happened, I remember I was watching Unicorn Riot on YouTube. Unicorn Riot is an independent journalist outfit. Basically, they just, whenever something goes on, a protest or rally or whatever, they'll just grab their cameras and they'll just film it. So they were filming the protest outside the Minneapolis police station. I was sitting there in Holly's living room watching the protesters, and I watched them burn down that police station. And the dude with the camera was walking inside the police station, and like the sirens were going off. Like all the protesters were in the police station. The police had abandoned it. Water from the sprinklers had flooded it. Like shit was still somehow on fire. It was crazy. And then at the end of the thing, like they were all outside. The place was on fire. I remember saying like to Holly, I was like, if ever there was going to be a time when shit was going to pop off, this would be it. Like this could very easily, be something that triggers other events like this across the country. And we'll have to see. And sure enough, it did happen. Like there were protests all over the country, including here in Austin. And when they happened in Austin, I had to think to myself, I was like, fuck, do I want to go to this? Like, do I really want to go? Because I'm looking at these reports all around the country.
popping off. Cops are brutalizing people, shooting people. Like, do I really want to go? So then I was like, do I really want to like stay though? Do I really want to stay here while this? I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. So like I went to the protest downtown in Austin that first night. So the first day rather, not at night. I was very particular. As soon as the sun starts to set, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But even during the daytime, like, so I'm walking around, like, you know, me and a few of my friends, you know, they worked at a bar that's literally right across the street from the police station, which is where all the protests were happening. So we went to that bar and used it as like our prep center. And we just made a shit ton of like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We had a bunch of bottles of water and chips and shit and a wagon. And we basically just walked around and we handed shit out to the protesters, handed out food and water because they didn't know how long they were going to be out there. And we also had like first aid stuff too, just in case. Turned out to come in handy. Like some dude came up to us like bleeding and we were like, oh shit, and you know, patched him up and whatnot. And my friends were like, okay, we know that there's a counter protest going on across the city. We're gonna go and hand out the rest of the stuff there, then we're gonna go home. And I was like, all right, well, you know what, you guys walk over there and hand out what you can. We're parked over here. I'm gonna get the car and then I'm gonna go drive and I'm gonna meet you there so we can, you know, you can give away the rest of the stuff and we can leave. So that's what happened. As I was walking back to the car, that's when shit popped off. Like, I started hearing gunfire all around me like it was fucking Fallujah. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, what the fuck? I gotta get out of here. But like, me being the 6'5" large black dude I am, I'm a target. So like, I was like, all right, just look at nothing but the floor and just walk back to the car. And I'm walking, I'm hearing like gunfire everywhere. I'm like, getting back to the car. And then like there was like a golf cart full of cops, like armored cops that just pulled up like beside me and then like in front of me and then off to the side. And I just ignored them. Did not, like, horse blinders. Walked past them. They didn't say anything to me. I just walked right past them. And eventually I got to the car, started driving to meet my friends. And that was when I saw like one of the creepiest images I've ever seen. It was right around Riverside and First. There was just like a whole wall of cops in the middle of the street, and they were marching like stormtroopers down the street because they knew the protesters were coming around the corner, and if the protesters had turned to go down First, they would have collided head on with the cops, which is what the cops wanted. So like I was like, oh fuck. But the word got out to those protesters that the cops were coming that way, and the protesters turned the other way, and the cops basically had to chase them or whatnot. So I avoided that. And once I found my friends, I was like, we got to get out of here before the sun sets because bad things are going to happen for sure. So we got in the car and left. And my friends wanted to come back on day 2, but I was like, no fucking way am I going back out there. And that was when they all got tear gassed. So yeah, like, and that was only the 3rd month of the pandemic, and it just got weirder from there. So yeah, like thinking about it in the context of like we were talking about Birds of Prey, you know.
I remember we ended up at the same screen of that, not on purpose.
Yeah, and like just, you know, the weird random silly shit we were talking about, and then like our flippant reaction to the lockdown, like, oh, we'll be back in a couple weeks. And then, like, that happens, and then more crazy shit happens. Obviously, the election, obviously, January 6th, and, you know, all of that shit. And by the time that things started to settle down, it was just, like, a whole other universe that everybody just kind of emerged into. And I'm glad that, you know, I relaunched the channel in this format.
You editing videos was, like, just the time and all that.
Was so... Well,
now you're just like, yeah, Twitch, I can just do this like this way.
But the thing is, when I first started doing this on Twitch, I would do these shows like this right now, and then after I ended stream, I would download the entire stream, and then I would cut the stream up, edit it, and then so for a good long while, I was uploading like a video a day for like maybe 5 or 6 months. But that is a lot of editing. I have since stopped doing that. I don't really upload videos much anymore, which bums me out. Because I want to keep uploading to YouTube.
It was kind of cool being the guy behind the computer checking the stuff, but I get why. I totally understand.
No, and I would like I would like to have a setup like that again.
It was just so funny. Like
You were basically Jamie from the Joe Rogan. Like Jamie. Jamie, look
I
that
think
up.
it's someone else that. Yeah, I can think of another show. I don't have
well,
that reference.
yeah. Okay.
No, but I don't think anyone realized if you go back and watch those, if you would actually watch it, it's literally hilarious because I'm in my bedroom, which was officially a master bath, which is weird because it's literally we ran cords through a Jack and Jill bathroom through the 2 doors. I'm literally like, what was I, like 15 feet away?
We were 15 feet away.
But just like facing y'all, but like, you know.
Yeah,
just
but it
in
was
my own little
it was a good
was
setup
really
though,
funny.
because on the other room there wouldn't have been room for you to be in there.
No,
with
it was
the
just-
camera and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it's just hilarious. That's like, you know, how we did that. Just ran it through to another, like through the both doors.
Yeah, that was. But you know, and I missed that bathroom setup because you know that was useful in a lot of ways, especially with cat
the way because when you took over that side of the house and took you paid for those 2 rooms.
Yeah, those 2 rooms.
Yeah,
it
that was just
like,
your side.
Yeah, but no, it was. But that was a fun. All of that was like a fun experiment, like just trying to figure out the camera setup.
You were having so much fun trying to figure out the tech and everything. Like we were kept going to like, you know, back when Fry's was still maybe around.
Oh
like,
shit, Fry's was around then,
so,
huh?
yeah. Oh no, I remember. Speaking of early pandemic, I went into Fry's for something. It had to be June, July of that year.
Yeah.
And I remember making the joke of you don't even have to practice social distancing. Because it was just impossible. Because that place was already dead to begin with. It was on its last legs.
Before the pandemic, there was like 6 people in there.
Going to that place in mid-2020 was like, oh my god. They really could have knocked... Because they were already closing certain sections. Because I've been in other Fry's. That might have been one of the bigger ones I'd been in still. Like,
that Fry's is huge.
They could have made it a quarter of what it was and still had what they were trying to say. But it was still so spaced. It felt so embarrassing. There were like 6 employees spread out through the whole store almost. I mean, do you remember like there were like 25 registers open when that place was hopping back?
Oh, I
20
remember.
years.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. That was like it used to be big, like
Because they
because
actually
they had
had
like the
computer
restaurant
parts.
in the middle of the place.
They actually sold computer parts.
They had
through the
entertainment
bill.
going on. Yeah.
I mean, I used to buy CDs and movies from there like I would anywhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that used to be a.
But anyway, yeah,
slamming
but that just
joint.
made me think about like that was something I did early pandemic. I was like, ooh, and then not long after that, they said the news, they closed, and then I thought it was really funny that Fry's popped up in the movie Nope. Like I was like, did they film this before Fry's was gone,
wait,
or
it
like,
did, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like, or they just do it out of nostalgia. Maybe they already got a contract with them and did it because. Yeah.
Are there any Fry's left?
No.
in the country?
When that decision got made, that was yeah.
What a bummer. I mean, big box stores like that, you know, I guess Best Buy kind of killed everyone. Those are still around. But no Circuit City, no Comp USA.
Yeah.
What a bummer. All right, well,
Did you ever
I know you aren't multi-streaming anymore, but I'm curious on what the plugin is called that allows it. I think that's what chat I was seeing on screen. Restream? No, I actually was using Streamlabs. I was using Streamlabs to do my multi-streaming.
Did you ever get a note back from Justin about that question about?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Good call. I don't know if you're still in here, Maniacal Toaster, but I have a response from Justin about sound effects for video. And as I would expect from Justin, it's a lengthy one. So here we go. Soundly, that is Soundly, has a good app. I think their free tier gives you access to some decent stuff. I use that and Splice, which is like loops and stuff, but also sound effects. The entire Blastwave catalog is there, which is cool. I pay $8 a month for access to that. And then there is SoundSnap. That's got a ton of stuff. And there's YouTube. People put a bunch of stuff up there for free. Plus, you can find relevant sounds and just record them off YouTube. I recorded an old copper whiskey. An old copper whiskey still being demonstrated off YouTube. I don't know if you meant demonstrated or demolished. Off YouTube. I guess demonstrated. Yeah, I recorded an old copper whiskey still being demonstrated off YouTube. I used that sound as part of a distillery ambience I created for a whiskey commercial. Well, there you go. So, it gave you some options. Soundly, SoundSnap, and YouTube and Splice. Soundly Splice, Sound Snap, and YouTube. Check it out. There you go. All right, good call on that.
Since
Oh man.
I was just wondering, maybe it's come to a. Trying to think of, since we've talked about everything that's come out, I'm trying to think of what's still coming. Like I said, you look at my list. This thing is weirdly sorted by things that are already available to watch for free on a service, and then I kind of have like stuff in the limbo right now between theaters, and then I have like the new stuff, which is in theaters.
Okay.
Kind of.
Let me finish going down this real quick. I
forgot we were doing that.
I'll be quick. So, a message from Penn Badgley. I've never watched this show, never had any interest in it, but if you do, that's coming. Elite gets a season 7? I don't even know what this is, but I guess it's been something that's been out for 7 seasons.
Hey.
Yo, what's up? Bridgerton season 3. Emily in Paris season 4. Lift. Stars Kevin Hart and Gugu Bantha Raw.
You know her from some stuff.
Do I?
Yeah, it's her like neck to the right of over to the right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff now, to be honest, but I'm just trying to that's a name maybe you could put in Letterboxd.
Yeah, I mean, right off the top, it doesn't remind me of anything. Okay, she does look vaguely familiar.
I guess I know I've watched that Beyond the Lights because it's a small thing. I know there's some bigger stuff. I'm just trying to think of what it is.
I think I watched this movie, Surface. Give me a synopsis, guys.
Oh, yeah, was she in the crappy Cloverfield space one? I just saw that up there and it made me think.
Oh, wait. Cloverfield Paradox. Yeah, okay, I did see that. I guess she's in Loki, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, she's the... Yeah, that's right. That's been her big thing. Oh, Fast Color is kind of a superhero thing in a way. It was like a little like low budgety sort of like.
I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this on. I don't know what I saw it on. It's either on Hulu or something like that.
Yeah.
But I never actually clicked on it to watch it. Is it worth watching?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was just more like it kind of reminded me of that Slight one, which was kind of also feeling like a superhero movie that really wasn't, sort of thing.
All right, Fast Color. I'm gonna be diligent about using this thing now. Now that I paid them $18 for a year, I'm gonna actually try to make use of it.
Still,
Berlin, new series Berlin from the world of Money Heist. What? La Casa de Papel got a sleek first trailer. I don't know what that means. Love is Blind, a message from Cobra Kai crew. Oh man, do you like Cobra Kai?
Yeah, it's so goofy.
It's
just gotten as it's gone, but yeah, I'm just going along with it. Now it only has one more year, so yeah.
They have to heighten it every season, but like it's already starting from a ridiculous premise, so each season gets crazier and crazier. But I do like it though.
Yeah.
And come on,
yeah,
William
he's
Zabka,
so good.
He is. Oh, hold on, I'm not sharing my screen, sharing my desktop anymore. Yeah. William Zabka, he's awesome in it. He was awesome from season 1. Though Cobra Kai season 6 is currently on hiatus amid the ongoing writer's strike, Netflix did release a sweet video of the cast reuniting, including all of these people.
Yeah. I actually thought that might have still come out sooner, but I guess.
Still, I guess in the writing phase. That's the thing about the writer's strike is like, a lot of these shows are written right up front, and then they take them to production. But in years past, writers were a part of the entire process.
Well, yeah, I'm hearing that some of these shows are still stopping for that reason still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's
I think it's become more rare for writers to be a part of the whole production process, but I think it still happens on occasion for bigger productions.
Do you know this? Because these happen like every decade or so. Do you know the shady story about someone famous in who became a famous writer director, and about a super famous movie? Have you ever wondered why non-actor Shane Black is one of the 5 or 6 Marines in Predator, the original one?
No.
They put him on the set in case they need any quick rewrites or what you're not supposed to do.
Oh.
That's kind of a story about that. That's why, because he never really acted, and that's kind of been the story of like why.
Quick rewrites.
Yeah,
there you go.
that's what I've always. Yeah, it's
Skirting the rules. Never have I ever appearance.
That's like a popular show.
Okay.
I guess he's appearancing just getting people going while they're.
The Archies. What?
Oh, it's not going on CW.
The Archies, an upcoming musical drama set in the 1960s India, shows off
Oh.
a quick glimpse of footage. Okay, so
it's like
this
an
is
Indian. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
that could be cool.
It
That
looks.
could be cool.
It looks like a lot more than the Riverdale. It looks like.
Yeah,
it looks like comic.
It actually looks like it more than Riverdale ever did.
I'm just sad. You know what I noticed getting back into comics?
I don't have a lot of room in my office, so I just use a green screen to help with it. Oh, okay, I got you. What's up?
Randomly thinking about Archie stuff after being on a 3-year hiatus with comics. Come to find out that the Afterlife with Archie book drawn by Francisco Francavilla, who I took you to that one Mondo thing with where he had his own gallery thing.
Yeah.
That thing has still not come back. It's been like 6 years now. Like this comic had like 6 or 7 or 8 issues, and in the middle of an arc just stopped, and no one knows why. It was a great serious horror story in the Arch thing, which started with like the story. It's actually great. I hate that I can tell you to read this when it just abruptly ended.
Yeah.
But like it pretty much starts with I think Jughead's dog is run over and goes to Sabrina like bring it back to life, and somehow it brings it as a zombie sort of thing, and it starts an actual outbreak in the city.
Pet
in
Sematary.
Riverdale. Yeah. Just made me think of how
The other app,
it's
by
still
the
not
way,
come back.
I was talking about an app. The other app I use is Does the Dog Die?
Man, need to give that to Crystal. I'm required to tell her about things like well there was, I don't want to say, but there's the Banshees of Inisherin. Like the minute after I saw that movie, she's like, "Did something happen with an animal?" I'm like,
No, but you know, like Holly's the same
Yeah.
way. So it's like, you know, the second we watch something and a dog shows up, she's like, "Oh my god, if that dog dies, I'm not gonna like it." I'm like, "All right." I look it up on the app. I'm like, "This is all right."
well,
Like,
I'll be sure
yeah.
to talk about that.
So
yeah.
it's a worthwhile app for that reason alone. Heartstopper clip and episodes, Heartstopper 2, All the Light We Cannot See. Lupin. I've never watched this show, but I kind of want to. Give it a shot. Three Body Problem. I talked about this like a year ago or something with Justin. Because there was controversy about the author. It's an adaptation of a book.
It's the David and
We finally got an action-packed teaser for Three Body Problem, upcoming sci-fi series from Game of Thrones creator David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. See, I didn't know that they were involved. The controversy was about the author of the original book because he was like, he's a Chinese author who was very pro Xi Jinping re-education camps and said all sorts of other shit. So there was some controversy over that, but very popular book, and I'm not down on these two guys. They delivered like at least 4.5 of the best seasons of television I've ever seen in my life. So I can't be too down on them, right?
thankfully they didn't make their Confederacy.
Now that
show.
Confederate show was actually written and ideated by Malcolm Spellman, who was the writer and de facto showrunner for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh,
So it was him and his sister actually that came up with the concept of that. But Dan and Dave were like the producers, and because of the popularity of Game of Thrones at the time, they were the one that ended up getting put on the forefront of that show's announcement. So, you know, it was kind of, and you know, Malcolm Spellman and his sister, I forget what his sister's name is, but you know, they're black, you know, and it was, you know, their idea. I often wonder if they were allowed to be the ones to have been the face of that project from the onset, would it have been allowed to have been made? Things to think about. I like Falcon and Winter Soldier, so I kind of root for that dude. Korean production sizzle reel. What?
that's they've gotten heavy in that, and you know
Netflix has been investing heavily in Korean production, showing off a few, including a new seasons of DP and Sweet Home, and a sizzle reel. Oh shit, that's loud.
man. I was like, what the hell's happening?
God damn. All right, turn that down a bit.
Oh, Devin, I need to tell you
Angel
about
Dude.
I need to tell you about a Korean movie I saw last year. you're gonna want to add it on your thing.
Okay. hold
Sorry,
on,
I don't
one
mean to stop. It just made me think. Like
Let
it
me-
just made me
Well,
think.
before it falls out of your head, go ahead and tell me about it.
Project Wolf Hunting.
I think I saw that the other night. Let me look this
It's
up.
pretty much when the movie
Is that
started.
like Winter Soldier?
No. It's there's another movie I saw. What was that one about the Nazis making like their own monsters that came out a few years ago? Overlord. It's pretty much like that meets Con Air. Like the movie started, and it's in Korean. They're like, oh, and they're gonna make these.
Let's not bring anything up.
Project, what is it, Wolf Hunting, or they were like, we're gonna transport these prisoners on this big ship.
It's 2 words. It's
Oh yeah,
two words.
they're like, we're gonna transport these prisoners on this big ship, and I giggled to myself in the theater. Oh my god, it's Con Air, is what I told myself.
I watched this one.
Okay,
I think I did watch this one.
I didn't know what's it. Yeah, I saw this last year, so I didn't know if it's on
because
something.
because it is like if I'm correct, this is the one where he's like a super soldier and he's like running around on this ship just brutalizing.
No, like there's pretty much, it's like Con Air where these guys are getting transported, but then the mob like frees some of them because they want to free the main boss. But you find out they're also Oh yeah, but the thing's like an actual like a monster though. It's not really the big thing is like a it's like a big just super soldier monster though. It's not a good thing. Like
No, I didn't think it was like a good
Okay,
thing,
yeah.
but let me
yeah,
maybe I'm
and
thinking
it's going in like knocking everyone out. Yeah, taking everyone out.
I'm almost 100% positive I watched this. Almost 100% positive.
Yeah, we saw this was a good one to see with the crowd though. It was just like over the top.
때까지 한시도 눈 떼지 말고. 선박 보안 경보 시스템 정상 작동 중입니다.
I did watch this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
칠한 것 같아요.
I can't remember how it ends. But I did watch it. Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of enjoyed it.
All right.
From what I recall.
I think this reminded me of like, okay.
There was another one I watched a couple weeks ago. I forget what it's called though. But it was billed as a horror movie. But it wasn't a horror movie at all. It was very much like a superhero revenge movie.
밥 먹자.
지금요?
마음 내킬 때 먹자며.
K-dramas underrated.
이렇게 계속 잘 챙겨주면 나 매년 생일마다 자꾸 기대한다.
당신 생일 내가 평생 책임지겠습니다.
인사 아직 안 끝났어.
난 마스크 거리다.
네, 불편해요? 아닌 겁나나?
저 정신과로 오길 잘한 것 같아요. 저 앞으로 보리 되기로 결심했거든요.
This is a mix of a few things.
Okay, well, I haven't watched any of this shit, but like some of it looks interesting.
I'd be more
Called You. Song of the Bandits.
I'd be more willing to look at the movies probably more than the shows.
Yeah, more than the shows. Yeah,
I'm like that with most stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Witcher season 3. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't have high hopes for it. Outer Banks season 4. They didn't show enough of this. I want to watch. I want to see what it actually looks like because the dude from Kim's Convenience is in it. The dad. It's also in Mandalorian.
Yeah, I was gonna say
3.
he's the one pilot, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And like he's playing one of my favorite characters, so I got to see how that looks. I never watched Wednesday.
I didn't watch either.
Rebel Moon. I didn't watch this. I'll just save that for the release. I know you're not an anime person. I've been watching One Piece, but it's over 1,000 episodes, so it's taken me a while, and I've skipped a ton of episodes. But I've gotten into it, and I watched this trailer. I watched it on stream a couple of nights ago. Live action anime adaptations are ill-advised. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't have high hopes for it. I tried to watch this. Okay, so did you watch this at all? I'm an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I don't care. I'm a meathead by Letterboxd.
I was looking at his list. I'm honestly thinking about going and knocking out the ones of his I haven't seen. That's why I watched End of Days too. I just thought I was going to leave the service. Soon.
This show is not good.
I didn't think it.
It's not good. I wanted it to be better than it was. It's weird that it's already season 2 announced, but it was not a good show.
Got a few.
Let's see.
What's that one? This
I don't have a lot of room in my office.
you saw that? Yeah.
Two sci-fi movies I love no one talks about is Predestination with Ethan Hawke
Which one's
and
that
Moon
one?
with Sam Rockwell.
I do love Moon. I don't know if
I've
know
talked
that.
about Moon a lot.
I don't think I know that Ethan Hawke one.
Predestination? Well, let's check it out then.
I feel like I've seen a lot of his movies. What year was
2014?
I must have missed this one.
Let's see. Directed by
I got Sarah
the
Snook.
Spirit Brothers. Starring Ethan Hawke, Sarah Snook, Noah Taylor, Madeline West. Alright, well, add it to your list.
Yeah.
It's 84% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I will do that.
At least some decent.
Because I bet
critics
if
liked it.
I bet if I looked at Ethan, Ethan's probably one I've seen a lot of too.
Yeah, I like Ethan Hawke. I haven't seen a whole lot of his stuff, but what I've seen of his, I've liked. Rebel Moon will get you taken down. Happened to William the other night.
Oh.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it then. Thank you for the warning. Thank you for the warning.
It says I've seen 41. Ethan Hawke's just short of my list because the lowest one's like 42. So Ethan's like that close to being on my list of the
42. Jesus. You watch a lot of movies, man.
I got nothing else to do. Oh,
Linda,
there's the Predestination. There it is. Yeah, it is right there. All right.
Linda Hamilton joins Stranger Things season 5. I'm over Stranger Things, honestly.
It sucks that we're just going to have to wait even longer now. That's one that's like they're just taking too long in between stuff, in between seasons.
Yeah.
And now with everything, it's
With
going to be
the writer
even
strike,
yeah.
Heart of Stone trailer. Well, I mean, it's at the end of its lifeline anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not like Heroes when that first writer's strike killed Heroes. Like, they're at the end of their rope, so take as much time as you need to make it decent. Heart of Stone, Gal Gadot, Jamie Dornan, and Ali Bhatt closed out the show by debuting a new trailer for their upcoming action movie, Heart of Stone. All right, well, that's that.
Did you watch the new Fast movie yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Fast 10. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I don't even think I watched Fast 9 yet.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, no. Well, you know what's funny if you watch those two back to back.
I did.
The really funny. You know what? We're going back to who's great. If you saw 9, Cena is seen as the villain, and I mean, he's playing a brother. That's shown in the thing. Yeah. But in the end, it's gonna be okay. It's family.
All villains become part of the crew.
He is dead 100% serious that movie the whole time. This movie, there's two main standouts to this new one. It's not great though. Okay. One is Jason Momoa hamming it up. Oh my god.
He looks like he's hamming it up.
He makes it wonderful. It's great. I loved it. I laughed at that part. But Cena, it's a 180. He is doing his hilarious parts.
Oh, he's not being serious.
Yeah, but he's still in the action. Yeah, he's a smaller part, and it takes him a while to jump in. But what he's doing, yeah, he is.
Who directed that one? Because it wasn't.
No, they got someone new. I don't think we'd have to look up that. Yeah, I guess they lost Lynn at the last minute.
I forget who they.
He's still credited as a writer, I think, because he was so much a part of it early on.
I'll watch it eventually. Honestly,
because I made sure I had to get it ready for how this get made out, how they had them on.
I went back and I watched the very first one, and I kind of missed the small scale
DVD
nature.
Players,
stealing DVD TV combo players. Yeah, I missed the small scale nature of it, like the ridiculous fashion.
This review written and directed entirely by AI. I love the joke, like with the joke things on people do on the reviews.
I mean, I don't.
Oh wow, this guy directed the Incredible Hulk.
Like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, like the actual MCU one.
Oh.
And the Transporter movies.
The Transporters.
That
Unleashed. Clash of the Titans. Okay.
Now You See Me.
He's had a spotty release. Wait, when did that Takedown come out?
Which one's that?
Oh, next to it.
Last year.
Okay. Because his releases seemed like they were all quite a while ago.
I mean, they really got rid of Lynn last minute, so it really seemed like that.
Okay, well, I mean that's what. So what's on your list of coming out?
Oh yeah, let me it is kind of in order. Like, see, maybe next time I'll get it. 2023 to watch. Yeah, I'm trying to play catch up. Oh. Side note, did you ever see the first movie called Becky about the little girl? Like, okay, she gets her home invaded by neo-Nazis. The main neo-Nazi is Kevin James.
Kevin James?
It's actually pretty good. The funny thing is, you know what this one was? You know what they did with this one? It looks like it just came out in theaters so small it didn't even come here. They're definitely playing this one for more laughs.
This guy?
Over the top, yeah.
This guy?
You could type in Kevin James Becky and see what he looks like.
I'm just gonna.
But you should type in this Kevin. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay,
So. The new one looks like they're definitely playing it for more laughs. She comes across an entire group of neo-Nazis led by Sean William Scott. Yeah, that's what he looks like. Yeah.
Oh no.
This one's a lot darker. I haven't seen this one new one yet, Wrath of Becky, but it's great. It's the little girl. I don't know if you've watched any of the she's in some of the House on Haunted Hill. She's been in a lot of movies from what's his name? Who made that? She's also in the Ouija prequel movie.
Yeah.
She's still only like 16 right now. I think like here she's like 14 or 13, I think.
Wait, is he good in this?
No, he is a neo-Nazi. Yeah,
no, I mean, like, is he a good actor?
Oh, yeah,
Is his acting
yeah.
good?
I think I remember being, he really,
Okay, because like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what? He looks kind of convincing as like a.
Now she comes across an
menacing
entire
dude.
Now she gets in the wave of like a Proud Boys group led by Sean William Scott in the new one.
That sounds less serious.
Yeah, they're definitely playing it for more but I can't wait to watch it. But I think
I'm gonna have to watch this. Oh, you know what movie I found out about? I think I may have actually sent it to you and Marty. Neo Ned.
I don't think I remember. Is that what it's called?
I wonder if it's okay for me to play the trailer. Neo Ned.
Okay, it pulled up.
Read it. Read the description.
You guys started doing this like when I was falling asleep and just like I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. I remember this now. I do remember this a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I remember. This was like a late night when you started sending stuff, and I was like, I just need to go to sleep. And it was so much. It's got Gabrielle Union.
Oh god! It's on YouTube in its entirety.
Okay.
I started watching it.
It's got a 2.8. I mean, I know that's like usually you don't want to see stuff below 3 on this site, but still.
Like most kids, Ned idolized his father and dreamed of following in his footsteps. Unfortunately, his father was a two-bit crook who spent most of his life in jail. Without a family of his own, Ned falls in with the Aryan Brotherhood. Poof! What a turn. Soon after, Ned is placed in a mental hospital where he is mesmerized by a young black woman who believes Adolf Hitler was reincarnated in her.
This is funnier than that one where that guy, like, to get more views on his radio show, does a black woman's voice. Remember, like, this is like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, we gotta Google just that premise because I do not remember the name. Oh my god.
I'm gonna Google that premise on my phone.
Okay, yeah. It was something like, I don't know what the name. The bad thing is, the name of the movie is like a really cliched, so black woman's name.
Tell me the premise again.
White guy impersonates black woman's voice for, I think it's a radio show or just popular. Oh wait, someone's getting types. Voice. Oh hey, your person goes reaction to Neo Ned. Oh.
Voice for radio show.
I might not be radio. I'm just. Oh man, we gotta. If we don't find out tonight,
Lakeisha.
That's what. Yeah, there's a trailer for that. You might not get flagged for that. That Devin, look, that's just a few years ago, man. This isn't 2005 Neo Ned.
Oh.
I'm glad I haven't even watched this. So.
Oh,
there's a video about it too, like about being zero.
Oh no!
See, there's mostly just reaction videos to the.
My reaction to Neo Ned is just that is. I mean, you had a much more reserved reaction than I did. It's on YouTube in its entirety if you ever want to watch it.
Oh, you're gonna play this trailer?
I mean, I have to see. I have to see.
You always seem to say the right thing to just the right person. What's your secret?
I'm really just talking to myself.
That's the writer and director, I think, too.
Really?
That makes
Well,
sense.
You should, because it was amazing. I saw this and I thought of you. You will be.
Wait.
Oh, so he's not already won yet. He does it to get the job.
Hold on a second. Oops. I gotta read that.
It was amazing.
Wanted radio talk show host. Minorities and women encouraged to apply. Whew. Okay.
You will be
Minorities.
in no time.
Welcome to the Joe Show.
I'm gonna look
I
this up.
submitted myself to a radio station for my own show.
Well, congratulations.
They rejected me.
Well, congratulations then.
You weren't right for your own show?
Jason skipped it. We need to get the money for this school.
13,000 a semester? Asking me is their own show. If I was a black woman, I'd be perfect.
Did you find your new Halloween movie, or you can't even do that for this?
Oh God, what the fuck? Wait, was that
Or
like
your New Year's? That's when you used to do bad things.
Yeah.
Asking me is their own show. If I was a black woman, I'd be perfect.
Oh, if I was a black woman,
I'm glad.
I'd be perfect.
I'm glad I showed this to you.
Oh
I
boy,
had to find it. At 1.4 on. Oh, it's on Tubi. If you want to.
it's on Tubi. Hey, there you go, Maniacal Toaster. This one's on Tubi for you. If you ever want to kill some time.
She's brilliant. I know.
Wait, what that was? Wait, what was the?
That's him.
That's the LaQuisha. It's clearly just a drunken white dude. Wait, am I listening? Am I hearing wrong?
She's brilliant. I know.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me.
Hold on a second. Wait.
The biggest thing in radio, but I still need my anonymity.
You nervous? It's not a crime. It's theater.
Oh my God.
What's your problem?
This reminds me of the Sunny episode, the Lethal Weapon 5, which you can't find anymore. Where like he's like,
Oh, did they scrub Lethal Weapon 5?
yeah.
That's hilarious.
No, it reminds me when Dent's like, it's the voice. Man, what's his wife? Or something like that. He says something like that.
They should not. Scrubbing Lethal Weapon 5 is like scrubbing Tropic Thunder.
And you know what you also lose? You lose an early appearance of what's his name, who's all big now from the Eastwood movie, who's also in Cobra Kai, is the weirdo who fights the kids. That one actor who's like in Black Klansman and stuff. Oh,
Weirdo who fights the kids.
well, you know in Cobra Kai, the one that's like a 30-year-old that goes and joins the fight, the team.
Oh, the fat dude with the red hair?
Yeah, because
Oh,
he's the kid that like from the one with the juggalo. Like that's him. Like a few years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's him early on. Me and Martin always quote that. Oh no, Richie, my friend here. He's a juggler.
Juggler.
But yeah, sorry. Back to LaQuisha.
Look at the facial expression. This is what white people think black women are. This is.
Oh, he said you should do a live reaction to this.
This is cinema. I'm very sad now.
You got a screenshot like with your hands in back.
You clip this part as your live reaction, lol. Oh boy, I'm always, even though I know movies like this exist, like Soul Man and shit. Like
we went back and watched, yeah, because I remember seeing that as a kid, and you popped it on a few years ago.
I'm still stunned. I'm always still stunned by this shit.
Hello, Quisha. It's Bree.
Oh, I ain't talking to you, not the way you sound. Next caller.
You go, girl.
You know, honestly, he just sounds like a sassy gay guy. Really, like. He's not even trying to sound feminine.
Not the way you sound. Next caller.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
You just be good to her. If you good to yourself, you can be good to others. But don't be too good because the police will come around.
Where did you get this?
I got another job.
Doing what?
Consulting work. What the hell would you know about being a white guy anyway?
I know quite a bit.
LaQuisha is a real role model for every African-American woman on this planet. Like the whole city has a Quisha mania.
I am LaQuisha, officer.
What was that?
I think I might be a black woman trapped in a white man's body.
So happy I'm glad I got this in before we called it a night. I really am.
This is tough, man. Hold on a second.
He's also got a movie called The Test.
Okay, hold on. I mean, you're introducing nuggets here. Kevin James as a fucking white supremacist, LaQuisha. Okay, hold on. I gotta. Oh, this doesn't even register on the. Wait, hold on. 0% approval.
It's probably got
that. Yeah, it's like 5 reviews.
Yeah,
or
but
something.
still probably deserved
7 reviews. I wasn't too far off. More people need
12% liked it.
More people need to watch this movie so we can figure out what the actual vibe is on it. Stop it! I'm not gonna enable ads. You son of a bitch.
Oh man.
There we go. Continue without disabling. Okay, 12%. Okay, so out of fewer than 50. All right, so there's just not a lot of movement on this movie. More people don't. 2019. More people. Well, that's probably the problem. It came out, and then before it could take off, COVID kind of stomped on it.
Look, Soul Man. People can also search Soul Man.
It's got 110 one-star ratings. People also search Soul Man. Good Morning Vietnam. Airheads.
Because of radio stuff.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And A Mighty Heart, probably because I think that character Angelina Jolie's playing was not supposed to be white. I think that's probably the connection with that one.
We'll deal with that at some other time. We're taking on too much with Soul, with LaQuisha as it is. Okay, reception on Rotten Tomatoes has 0% based on some reviews.
How did we end up on this?
Writing for The Guardian, reviewer Joel Golby criticized the quality of the cinematography. Really, that's your criticism? That's your takeaway from LaQuisha is the quality of the cinematography, audio editing, casting, special effects, and plot of the film, concluding that LaQuisha was, quote, the worst film ever made. Entertainment.ie found the concept of the film difficult to believe. Really? The concept of this film was difficult to believe. And based on the trailer, called it the worst movie of this decade. Kraft called it probably the worst movie of 2019. It was also on Newman's worst movie of the last decade list. Okay, and then, similar in content to Soul Man. Boy, I think Soul Man's getting a bad rap here. As rough as this movie is, I don't think it matches up to LaQuisha.
Need to talk to LaQuisha. Just because she's a woman and a black person doesn't mean that she doesn't understand you.
Why did she have to separate those two? Just because she's a woman and a black person. Oh, god damn. That's brutal.
Is this really happening?
I'm on a bridge above the river.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, why is this what I see right before going to bed? Because you're on my stream, pal. Like, you're gonna see some shit sometimes. Sometimes my stream is a chill gaming stream where I'm just playing as a pirate and some video games, but other times we delve into some weird shit. Hey, you came in on the weird shit hour. William says Howard the Duck is the worst. I think I need to show him this.
I've got weird nostalgia for that movie, but I know it's bad.
I dislike Howard the Duck deeply. I mean, it's hard to say Howard the Duck is worse than shit like this.
Yeah.
But Howard the Duck is pretty
It's
brutal.
not, yeah, but it's one of those things I watched as a kid because I was a dumb kid.
I don't know if I've gotten into rows with William on certain topics. I don't know how much we overlap on things we like and dislike. But I will agree with him on the at least core concept of Howard the Duck being an awful movie.
I'm gonna jump.
But thanks for calling. Enjoy your jump.
Get you that.
Start listening to her.
You gotta get you that shirt that just says listened.
You see this image of Bernie Sanders?
He's like, no.
That's my response to everything we just watched right there. It's just the dismissive. Nope. All right, thank you for showing me that. Yeah. I guess.
I guess we just got off real fast though. Other cool future stuff. Oh, by the way, I watched the first Meg movie for the first time only because it was what it was.
I enjoyed it.
I did it because I didn't realize the sequel coming out is directed by Ben Wheatley. This my guy has made like High Rise, Free Fire.
High Rise with the Tom Middle.
Yeah, and Free Fire's wants the entire shootout the whole movie. Yeah,
I liked High Rise.
Yeah,
Free Fire I didn't watch. I remember you telling me about that when it came out.
Yeah,
though.
But he's made a lot of crazy English. Yeah, but I was like, how is he making this movie? I have to go see it. So I might watch Meg 2 for that reason. Oh god, that Talk to Me horror movie is getting hyped for every movie I see.
Talk to Me?
Yeah, it's like Australian.
This is a horror movie?
Yeah, it's like a A20. Yeah, it's like a
shit. 97.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where
62.
it's probably played at like some.
Right, hold on a second. Let me get off of Neo Ned, which is free to watch on YouTube, and you should probably try to watch it. I tried. I had to bail, but I tried.
Talk to Me.
It's funny. There's also a Don Cheadle movie called from years ago. I remember.
Add it to the watch list. What else you got?
I'm gonna try to do the Oppenheimer Barbie the same day thing.
I'm gonna watch same day.
Yeah, they're coming out. Everyone's making a big joke that they're coming out the same day, so to go.
Wait, which one do you watch first?
I
Oppenheimer?
think you do that. Yeah.
So that you can leave on a high note, on a cheerful note.
Yeah.
And
not the world's gonna destroy itself.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like the idea of starting off with Oppenheimer and then ending with Barbie.
It's kind of like Crystal's been saying she's never seen Failsafe or Doctor Strangelove, and I'm like, well, what do I show her? The dead serious one about that happening, or the one that it still happens in the end, but it's a dark comedy? Do you do that one second? You know, like
I think you end on the high note.
Yeah, you end on the lighter. Like, Joyride looks kind of funny. It's about two no, it's 2 words. It just looks.
Oh, it's 2 words.
Yeah, it looks like a nice, like, kind of just like little second one. Obviously not the first one. Yeah. It's got Stephanie Shu from Everything Ever All. She's like the 3rd lead. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it could be kind of funny.
I'll add to my watch list.
But the new Mission Impossible.
Don't care about those movies. Actually, you know what? I have never watched any of those movies. There's like 7 of them now or something, right? Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they're actually calling back to the first movie again, finally, in this one with an actor.
Are they?
Yeah. There's apparently been billed as the last Insidious movie.
Insidious.
It's bringing back the actual cast from the first 2. And I think Patrick Wilson directed it. I think what is this one called? This one's called The Red Door.
Oh, it's called...
Click on the little group of them, that one. Yeah, click on that. It'll be in there. I guess maybe. Yeah, it's that yeah. Yeah, Patrick Wilson actually made this one.
Insidious, The Red Door.
And even got the kid. You know what's funny? You realize who the main little kid is, right? It's the one that got big from like Iron Man 3 that got to be at Tony's funeral at the end of Endgame.
Are they ever going to do anything with that kid?
Probably not now, because if anything, they have what's her name as the Riri. Like, but yeah, that's him like all little. Yeah.
They should. I assume they were going to do something with that kid.
I remember that was the one character at that funeral. You're like, who was that? Because you didn't realize he'd grown up.
Yeah,
because
everyone was like, "What the fuck? Who is this fucking guy?"
Yeah, 3 and 4 aren't connected really. It's just more about Lin Shane or the act. Yeah, but 1 and 2 are actually directly made after each other.
Does this one connect to 1 and 2?
Yep. It's with the family.
Well, then I'm gonna take that off my watch list.
Yeah, they're not quite as great. Yeah, that one's more of a prequel, or the one. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. One of them was a prequel.
Okay.
Oh, there's a new Ninja Turtles movie like Seth Rogen's producing.
That looks good. I'm gonna watch that.
I actually today from the library got the last animated one because I've never seen it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it beforehand.
How is it?
No, I literally got it.
You haven't
Yeah,
just
there's Blue Beetle. Bottoms this was a big hit at South by. It's got Rachel Sennett, who's all big now from Bodies, and you know her from it's what's her name from The Bear. Yeah, this is apparently going to be like the new funny, like this apparently went over crazy at South by.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Bottoms. PJ and Josie start a fight club.
Yeah.
I don't even need to read any more of that. Yeah. I'm on board. What else you got?
There's another Equalizer movie. They're claiming it's the last one.
I haven't watched any of those.
I don't remember the second one being as good, but I need to go back. Oh, Craven. I know we texted about that recently.
That movie looks fucking awful.
Yeah.
Sony needs to stop, man.
So I heard David Gordon Green, who did all the recent Halloween movies, was making an Exorcist, and I was so scared it was a remake. He's doing his Halloween thing again. It's actually taking place years later with Ellen Burstyn. They're pretty much doing the Halloween thing where it's taken like 50 years later.
I don't even know how do you spell Exorcist.
EXORCIST.
I don't, man. The first Exorcist is like,
yeah, you have to click on the group, I guess, to get to it again because you can't. It's not popping up. Maybe if it's even in this one.
The first Exorcist is like,
no, it's not. Maybe you type in David Gordon Green. Yeah, it's weird. It's not showing up. Oh, there. Maybe go down some more. Maybe the Exorcist. Man,
the beginning.
I don't know why it's not popping up. It's called that, but
it's called The Exorcist Believer.
No, it's just. I mean, I have just this. Look. Oh, it is that. Sorry, I didn't know that. That's a new title. That is very... Because even the little fake poster doesn't show it. Did we spell Exorcist wrong, maybe? I don't know. EXORCIST.
I spelled it right.
Yeah. I don't know why I've got it and you don't. I don't know. But no, but yeah, but it's... I'm like, at least it's not a remake. I was really scared about that. And Linda Blair, yeah, they got Linda Blair and Ellen Burstyn both back.
Oh, okay. So then you know what I'm gonna do?
Oh yeah, click on Ellen. Yeah.
Click on that.
Or she has a lot more titles. It'll probably be. Oh, there we saw it. It's just a black one that says Exorcist. Up.
There we go.
I'm like, yeah, we'll give hope. I have hope. I know some of the Halloweens weren't so great.
The Exorcist is the one horror movie that legitimately terrifies me beyond.
Have you ever seen Part 3?
No.
You need to watch Part 3. It's made by the author of the book. Here's the weird thing, Devin. It shouldn't have been called Exorcist. He didn't want it to be called that. There's not an actual exorcism in it. But it's got no, they forced him to call it that though. But it's connected to the characters, like the priest the main priest from this one shows up as a ghost sort of like character. You should actually put it's the second one listed right there. You should put Part 3. I wonder where it's streaming, if it is anywhere.
I have this as watched.
I
must have watched it.
Yeah, it's because it's got George C. Scott. It's got one of the greatest jump scares of all time.
What is that?
There's just a scene in a hospital, because most of it takes place at a hospital. But this one has finally gained a cult status over the last decade or so.
I need to rewatch this. I guess I must have watched it at some point, but I must have completely forgotten.
There's a director's cut that's supposed to be different. I don't think I've seen that. I have no problem with the original version. But looking at the list again real fast.
There's a Steve Buscemi movie from 1994 called Ed and His Dead Mother, where they reanimate her corpse by feeding her bugs. Classic. Steve Buscemi. Okay, I love Steve Buscemi.
I feel like I've seen a lot of it. That's just one I guess I haven't seen.
I'm sure the stream's almost over, but I gotta knock myself.
Yeah.
Good stream, good job. You have a good night, or don't. I'm not your dad. It'd be really weird if I was, considering the fact that you're older than me. What are we, Romans? Lol. Am I older than you? I don't know. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But hey, thank you for joining me as always, Toaster. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I might stream tomorrow on Twitch, so hopefully I'll see you then. Gonna head out myself. Have a good night. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Vince. Yeah, we're definitely wrapping up here. I just want to get the last of your.
I mean, of course, Dune. There's a David Fincher one called The Killer, and I'm always down for that. There's that Hunger Games prequel, which could be iffy.
Well, Holly's gonna want to see that one for sure.
There's a Ridley Scott made a Napoleon movie.
There are too many The Killers here.
It's the second one.
This one? Oh, it's a Korean
movie? It's based, you know what it is? It's based on a graphic novel from somewhere. Maybe it's Korean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Look at this. Ridley Scott made a Napoleon movie with Joaquin.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a big epic one. Color Purple, they made a new version, almost like a music, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that.
Maestro Bradley Cooper is next directing thing as Elmer, what's his name?
Is that based on Seinfeld?
No, but it is. It's about Bernstein, the composer.
Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but that's mostly, there's some big name directors having stuff coming out this year later. But
okay.
Yeah, and then Indiana Jones next week. I'm trying to be optimistic.
I'm gonna see it. I don't give a shit what people say about it.
I am going. Yeah, I'm going.
I like Indiana Jones and I love James Mangold, so.
You gotta see Copland still. I told you about that.
I need to see Copland. Yes, I know. It's on my.
That'll knock your Stallone number up 1 too.
I obviously, according to my letterbox, I am pure meathead cinema. I need to watch more artistic films, so that'll be on my docket. But we're gonna go ahead and end this tonight.
Yeah,
this was a good stream. I had fun. I liked it, and I hope you all liked it. I hope you had fun too.
Yeah,
you need to come back more often. I know this is a drive.
Yeah,
but
I drive this far down south to go buy records and stuff. So
yeah, well,
that's just for like 10 minutes of doing stuff. So at least it was here.
Yeah, well, you know what? Thank you for coming by.
Yeah,
it's good to have you back on the stream. Everybody who might still be here, I will probably be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably be playing a game of some sort. Not sure which, but if you're still around, join me tomorrow. I'll see you then. Until then, have a good night. Thank you again, Vince and Toaster, for joining in and contributing. Always appreciate your support. I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.